Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our live watch along for Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. And Impact Wrestling is often the promotion that is criticized, it is undervalued, it's often neglected, it's ignored by the wrestling fans. Impact Wrestling is a promotion that many fans or wrestling outlets did not even care about before AEW inked the deal with Impact and got into a partnership with Impact Wrestling. But tonight could be a game changer. Impact could be bringing in a lot of new fans tonight. Impact could be changing the game. Tonight we have a super duper packed card for the night. We've got Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander. This one's gonna be for the Impact heavyweight title. We've got the X Division Championship, which of course was surrendered by Alexander because he wanted to go after Christian Cage's world title. So the X Division title is also taking place. We've got Steve Macklin. We've got Trey Miguel. We've got Deonna Perrazzo versus Mickie James that's happening for the Impact's Knockout Championship. I mean, every single match on the card is going to be worth watching. And if you're not just, hello to everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love the love that you show to us. All right. And if you're just not down with all of these big names that I just mentioned, you've got the former WWE superstars, the Iconics, making their Impact debut, and now they are known as the Inspiration. So they're going to be making their Impact debut, and the first match at Impact Wrestling for them is going to be for the Impact Tag Titles. So it's going to be a very interesting match. And if you're wondering, what about, we've talked about the women, we've talked about the men, what about some intergender action? Does Impact not have intergender? They do. And tonight they're debuting their Impact Intergender Championship, which will be known as the Impact Digital Media Championship. And this championship is going to be open to both men and women. So both male and female competitors can actually fight their way to the Impact Digital Media Championship. And look who's opening the match, ladies and gentlemen. The Iconics, formerly known as the Iconics, now known as the Inspiration, are opening the match. It's going to be a good one. We're seeing them in live action on TV after a long time. And we've got Harley Cameron who's singing and who's introducing the Inspiration, the formerly known as the Iconics. And I'm looking at the Tron behind Harley right now. And these two, Jesse and Casey, they look great. They look fantastic. I mean, look at the Tron right there. I can't take my eyes off the Tron itself. They look great. They look fantastic. Yeah, WWE really dropped the ball when they released these two, and Impact's gonna show them how to do it right, how to book these two right. I just have to clap for these people. Jesse and Casey are making their entrance, and they look fabulous. They look iconic. They look fantastic. WWE really missed out big on this one, and I'm pretty sure Impact's gonna get a lot more viewers after tonight because we've got the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics. Now they're a part of Impact Wrestling, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually go on to win the Impact Tag Titles tonight, which is going to be their first ever match at Impact Wrestling. Round 2, here we go. KJ did a fabulous watch along for AEW Saturday Night Dynamite. Thank you so much, KJ. You're awesome as always, and I'm taking over with Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. I know that so far, Impact has fewer fans when you compare it to AEW or WWE, but I'm pretty sure that after tonight, if you're tuning into this watch along, you might want to tune in also to the Impact PPV that is streaming live on Fight TV right now, because this show is going to be incredible. We're just seeing the Inspiration making their entrance. They had the singer, bring them out, sing their theme. They look great, and now they're holding microphones. And every time a former WWE superstar grabs the microphone following their release for the first time they're making an appearance on TV, they've got something salty to say. So are the Inspiration going to be, salty? Are they going to say something salty, or is it going to be sweet? Let's find out. I'm going to raise my volume so you can all... so Inspiration are here. Yeah, the Iconics are here. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. And now Jesse and Casey have the mics in their hand. They're happy. They're overwhelmed by the fan reaction. Fans are happy. WWE dropped the ball, as I said earlier, when they released these two. big loss for the WWE, big L for the big W. Let's see.
This is Cassie Lee.
All right.
And this is Jessie McKay.
Yep. Cassie and Jessie introducing each other to the wrestling fans at Impact Wrestling.
To inspire you.
I love it. I love it. These two deserve all the success that they get. And tonight, we are seeing them get some success, get some recognition, get some love for their pure, raw talent. I love it. I love it. Okay, so they had nothing salty to say about WWE. They just, it was short and simple. They both introduced each other to the fans, and that was about it. There were no salty comments. There was nothing said about the past, and that was it. Sweet and simple. I think Impact Wrestling is that territory, is that wrestling promotion right now that wants no beef with anybody whatsoever. We've done numerous interviews with Impact Wrestling. We've interviewed their referee, Brandon Toll. We've interviewed their stars, Rich Swann, Kimberly, Deanna Perrazzo. The list goes on and on. We've done these interviews with Impact Wrestling, and every time we've done the interview, they always tell us, say anything you want, ask any questions you want. Don't bring up WWE. Don't bring up any other promotion. They were flexible with AEW lately. They were like, okay, you can ask AEW questions, but I'm pretty sure if they do cut ties with AEW, that's going to be another one of the rules for the interviews again, that don't bring up AEW. Impact Wrestling wants no beef, as we know. They're a clean organization right now. They just want to do their own thing while gaining some success. Iconics, Inspiration are here, and they're fighting DK. This match is going to be for the Impact Women's Tag Team Championship, the Knockout Tag Team Championship. And if you're wondering, I must tell you that at Impact Wrestling, it's not just about men fighting the men, females fighting the females. It's also about the men and the women going head to head and toe to toe to prove to the world that who's the better one. And tonight, we're seeing the birth of Impact Wrestling's new intergender championship, which is being called the Impact Wrestling Digital Media Championship. And the reason why it's called the Digital Media Championship is because we're going to be seeing this title being defended on online platforms such as YouTube, such as Fight, such as Twitch, Twitter, you name it. So this championship will be defended, and we'll see it on online platforms. And the unique thing about the Digital Media Championship is that it's open to both men as well as women. So this is also indirectly an intergender title. It's open to both the genders. Anybody can compete for it. It's much like the 24/7 title. It's an intergender title too. This one's as well. The 24/7 title is a joke at this point. This one, Impact Wrestling has the chance to make it something big, something better. I hope that they do. Lots of new subs. I gotta dance. You gotta dance, William. You gotta dance. Yep. Next time you show up, you gotta make up for all of these new subs, and you gotta dance. Thank you so much. We are currently at 466 subscribers, which means +4 since yesterday. Thank you so much for the love. We cover every single wrestling show out there, every single week, every single day of the week. And right now we're seeing DK and the Inspiration. She's going after Cassie. Wow, literally pulling on her hair. Cassie being shoved to the ropes. Now with the draw. Okay, the match just started. The show just started. And the Inspiration look a bit weak right now. I mean, DK is showing them that, yeah, you're at Impact Wrestling now, but don't think you're going to get it easy. We're going to make it hard for you. You're not going to come out here and win the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships just because you're former WWE superstars or you're the Inspiration. You got to fight for it. And Cassie realizes it's right in front of her. So Jessica is now entering the ring. Jessica, aka Jessie, now head-to-head, face-to-face. Now another subscription. Wait, wow, yeah, it's great, KJ. I'm so honored, so happy that people are enjoying our content. They're tuning in. And with that being said, it just reminded me that I gotta post a shout out that, hey guys, on Instagram, if you're watching this right now, want to tune into Impact Wrestling, tune into our YouTube. Guys, I mean, look at the inspiration right now. They're having it hard, they're having a hard time keeping up with this match. The match just started, the pay-per-view just started. The inspiration, when I first saw them, I thought that, hey, look at their entrance, grand entrance. They've got a singer, bringing them in. It was kind of unique for Impact Wrestling. You don't see it every day. But right now, as we're watching this match unfold, it's clear that the inspiration are not having an easy way into the roster of Naka's division at Impact Wrestling. They're having a hard time keeping up with this match. DK way too strong for both Jesse and Casey at this point. Casey now in the ring with a suplex. Okay, she is now trying to dominate the match. Tried to cover her opponent. It was nowhere near a 2 count, so there is a lot of work that is to be done. Jesse and Casey now with a double team. Kick to the gut, kick to the back. And just like that, not going for the cover. Jessica, not even a 2 fall. So they're trying to cover their opponents way too soon. There is still work that they need to do. And I hope that they realize that, because they're really jumping ship right now. I mean, there is work to be done. Wow. If you're new to Impact Wrestling, tune in right now, because what I'm watching in front of my eyes right now is greatness. This match is sweet. I miss the Iconics dearly. When I was live at WrestleMania 35, I just wanted to see the Iconics make their entrance. I mean, they stood out. Even at WrestleMania, they stood out. Even if they were not booked in the greatest of fashions at WrestleMania, they stood out. That's how special these two are. So WWE really did drop the ball when they released these two. And I hope that Impact Wrestling does do them justice, because they deserve justice. They deserve recognition. They deserve love. And, they're already getting a lot of love. The fans are doing a lot of justice to them. The fans who are in attendance, they're giving them a lot of love. I can hear a lot of cheers to them. However, DK not doing a lot of justice to them, because they're making it super hard for them. Right now, both of them getting beaten up by a single competitor. They can't even stand up to their feet. They are hurt. I don't know if they'll be able to walk out of this pay-per-view as the tag team champions of the Knockout division. I mean, this is hard. This is hard for them, I can tell. It's not easy for sure. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're watching Bound for Glory 2021. If you don't know, we also interviewed Deonna Perrazzo just a few days ago. The interview is up on our YouTube. You might want to check it out. It might have some spoilers for the rest of the night. So tune in. So check out our interview, which is already up on our channel. Interview with Deonna Perrazzo. KJ says, happy to see the Iconics. Yeah, the inspiration. Really inspiring right now. They had a hard time keeping up with DK at first, but right now it looks like they're dominating. They're getting back into the frame. Okay. Xavier, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, sir. Chris agrees with KJ. Yeah, I like it too. It's not very common for Impact to do these grand entrances. I mean, the Tron was beautiful. The singer that they had for these two, I mean, that's not very common for Impact Wrestling at this point, but they did it for them. It shows that these guys are very high on the Iconics. Good to see you, Mr. NXT. Welcome to the stream. We're watching Impact Wrestling 2021. It's a watch-along live for you. If you haven't tuned in yet, you must, because this show is going to be a good one. Right, letting our fans on Instagram know where the party is at, where they should be right now. It's a Saturday night, guys, which is also pretty cool because, for WWE pay-per-views, you sacrifice your Sunday night, your Monday morning, you're kind of grumpy because you got a lack of sleep because you were busy watching Roman Reigns dominating the show, proving everybody that he's the head of the table. You're grumpy Monday morning, you walk into the office, you're tired, you're trying to explain to your boss why you were late because you're watching the tribal chief do his thing, and your boss doesn't get it because he doesn't know who the tribal chief is, and you have to explain him it's Roman Reigns, and it takes a while. So yeah, Saturday night, Impact Wrestling, they're really considerate at this point because you're not sacrificing anything. Sunday morning, I mean, you can sleep in late, no problem whatsoever. So Impact Wrestling really consider it here. Did I watch AEW Dynamite? Yes, I did. And KJ, our friend KJ, Wrasslinews' very own gem, KJ White, covered the show live, and the watch along is up on our YouTube. Did you enjoy the show? Let us know. Inspirations had a great entrance. They did. They did. They looked fabulous, by the way. But I'm surprised they're having a really hard time keeping up with this match right now. They are struggling to dominate. They try to turn the tables every now and then, but it's just not working. Nicole says, "Forget Roman Reigns." I know, Nicole. I know. Yeah, I know. But WWE wants us to forget Brock Lesnar for a while. Brock Lesnar is gone. He's suspended indefinitely. I guess we gotta forget him until Royal Rumble or something. So it's the other way around right now, Nicole. And Casey now trying to get back into the scene, trying to dominate Jessie and Casey, guiding her to the ring post shoulder first. Once again, because one wasn't enough. Second time, now she collapses outside of the ring. And these two, Jessie and Casey, by the way, they have such great coordination. When they move together, when they do the same move together, like they were getting out of the ring together, it seemed like I was watching a mirror image of Casey or Jessie. Two of them, they work together better than any twins would. They are just great. It just goes on to prove that you don't have to be blood related to be sisters or brothers. These two are absolute sisters. These two are great. I respect them a lot. They work great together. They are good friends. They're fabulous, entertaining, bubbly, talented, amazing. And I think that the tides are turning right now. One of the DK members, the stronger one, is out. Ringside, there was a double team of power bomb, and just like that, the Inspiration have won their debut match at Impact Wrestling, and they're walking out with the Knockouts, Impact Knockouts tag titles. They are the new Impact Knockouts tag team champions. Wonderful, beautiful. Congratulations to the Inspiration. And just as they win the Knockouts titles, my stream decides to stop. So I gotta do something about it. But the Inspiration have won the Impact Knockouts Championship, Tag Team Championship. Their first ever match at Impact Wrestling, their debut tonight at Impact. What a grand entrance they had. The match that they had tonight was quite, it was surprising because they were not able to dominate the match at all. They were looking weak. They looked like they had a hard time keeping up. But at the end of the day, the Inspiration are the winners, and they are walking out of the building with the Impact Wrestling tag titles. Wonderful. And if you're just tuning in tonight, we cover every single wrestling show out there. So let that show be, WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling. We've got it all covered. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button so you catch us live every day right here on Wrestling News as we cover every single wrestling show out there just for you. Okay, so having some trouble with Fight TV right now for me. I don't know if it's working for you, but for me, I've got some troubles with the watch along. Let's see. Yeah, the stream is not working. That's correct. I've got Fight TV going on, but it is frozen for some reason. So just trying to figure out why. Hopefully it gets up and working again because this show is great, and I wouldn't want to skip any second of it. The show is great. And once again, just like I said earlier, this show, Impact Wrestling, is like that adopted child that a lot of people know it's out there, but they just tend to ignore it. Trying to look it over. Just ignore it totally. Overlook it. But tonight could be different. Tonight they could be proving that, hey, You got to be talking about it. It's got to be paying attention because if you're not, you're missing out. They've already got the Iconics, aka the Inspiration, their Impact Knockouts Tag Champions, and they could be getting some more bigger stars in the future. And they already have a lot of big stars on the roster. Nicole Butler says it's working for me. Okay, good, good, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with mine right now. So. hmm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me as I try to get the stream working. It isn't working right now. I'm not sure what the problem is, but hopefully it'll be working soon. So just stay tuned and as I try to get this figured. And let us know if you're enjoying Bound for Glory so far. Bound for Glory is basically WrestleMania. That's true. And I don't know if you've checked out our interview with Deanna Perrazzo, but you should. It's up on our YouTube channel where she goes very candid about her feelings, heading into this match, her feelings towards Mickie James, everything basically. She talks about the Iconics. She says she's excited about the Iconics. She feels like the Inspiration entering the Impact Wrestling roster is great for the roster overall. And when I asked her if she feels threatened because they could be competition for her, she said that she's not very threatened. She's not very concerned because she feels like it'll be fine. She feels like they are going after the tag titles. They are a tag team. They're not coming after her Knockouts Championship just yet. So she's not very concerned. Mine not working either. Yes, Chris, it's not working for me either. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. But let's see. Hopefully it'll be up and working in a bit. Until then, I can enjoy my cup of haters, cup of tea, as I like to call it. All right, so today has been bumpy. Okay, good, fantastic. Just like I said, bumpy. I'm seeing a lot of bumps in the ring. I believe the next match could be for the X Division. Yes, it's for the X Division Championship, and this should be a good one. We've got Trey Miguel, we've got Steve Macklin. By the way, Steve Macklin is the boyfriend, the real-life boyfriend of Impact Knockouts champion Deanna Perrazzo. And in my interview with Deanna Perrazzo, she said that she's so excited, and this is the only match, the one match that she's the most looking forward to. That is, the X Division title match, because her real-life boyfriend Steve Macklin in this match, and she loves Steve, obviously. And she says that at Impact Wrestling, Steve has received the opportunities that he did not get elsewhere. And by elsewhere, she basically indirectly said the WWE. So people in the WWE overlooked Steve. They did not really appreciate his talent, did not recognize his talent. And she's glad that he's getting the opportunities that he's getting at Impact Wrestling. Deanna Perrazzo also told us that Steve Macklin, in real life, he's like a kid in the candy store. He's always excited whenever he's going to work. When he's at work, he's very happy. He's happy at home because he is getting that recognition at Impact Wrestling. He is getting that, people are believing in him. He's getting that trust. So he's very happy here. Deanna Perrazzo is looking at this match. She's watching very close. She wants Steve Macklin to win. But is he going to walk out tonight with the X Division title? That is yet to be seen. And tonight is actually the first ever pay-per-view match at Impact Wrestling for Steve Macklin. This will be his first ever pay-per-view. And as Deanna called it, not just the first ever pay-per-view at Impact, but the first ever pay-per-view in general. Even though he competed at Money in the Bank, but at what cost? He was more like a jobber over there, right? The Forgotten Sons were always forgotten. They are still forgotten. People WWE never invested into them. And I'm glad that Steve Macklin was able to jump ship from WWE to Impact Wrestling and just flourish over here. He's loving it here. Deanna is loving it here. He gets to travel with his girlfriend all year round. Both of them are happy. Deanna, of course, is champ, and Steve Macklin could be the champ as well. Let's see. All right, so this is funny, all right? This is funny. Steve Macklin is making his entrance, but the banner said Trey Miguel. So it shows that Impact's production is somewhere lacking. This is bound for glory. Just like Mr. NXT pointed out, Bound for Glory is basically WrestleMania. So for WrestleMania kind of pay-per-view to have such production glitches where, you name your opponents incorrectly, call Steve Macklin Trey Miguel, it's not a very good show. And they did that. And look at Trey Miguel making his entrance now. What a fantastic entrance. And by the way, Trey Miguel is a fan of Wrestling News, one of the very first supporters of Wrestling News. He is following us on Instagram. Often we share DMs, we share messages. Very good guy. We've got a lot of friends at Impact Wrestling and in the WWE. Not so much in AEW, and you can thank Brandy Rhodes for that. But we've got friends in the WWE and at Impact Wrestling, and Trey Miguel just happens to be one of those very good friends. Trey Miguel is now, he's clapping hands, he's appreciating the fans, showing his gratefulness to the fans for supporting him. We see a Trey Miguel fan club right there, ringside. Trey Miguel's loving it. Trey Miguel's got it all going tonight. I mean, he's got the fan support. He's got the charisma. That entrance was fabulous. He made his entrance last tonight for a reason, and that's because he is the number one, guy heading into this match, the guy who's loved the most, the guy who has the best of fan support. And tonight is about the the X Division Impact Wrestling Championship. Anything can happen tonight. I know that Deonna Perrazzo really wants her boyfriend Steve Macklin to win, and Steve Macklin, with the kind of physique he has, he definitely has an upper hand there. And he also has the experience under his belt, working NXT, working the main roster of the WWE, now working Impact Wrestling. He has the experience, he has looks, he has the physique, the body shape, the body type, but Trey Miguel is athletic. He's got the charisma. I mean, these two, of course, are my absolute favorites as I'm watching this match right now. I can't even imagine the third guy winning this one. But Steve Macklin and Trey Miguel are my favorites. I want Steve Macklin to win just because I interviewed Deonna and I could tell how passionate and how happy Deonna was for Steve and wanted him to win. That's why I kind of want Steve to win as well. But my heart says Trey Miguel. I like Trey Miguel. He's a supporter of Wrestling News, and a supporter of Wrestling News, I gotta support him too. He's athletic. He's charismatic. One of the rascals. He deserves to win. He's been here way too long. He deserves the title. That's for sure. And I think tonight is gonna be Trey Miguel's night. It could be the night that he actually wins. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But my early prediction: Trey Miguel. But still, I wouldn't be mad if Steve Macklin wins. But I do think and I do hope that Trey Miguel wins. He's my number one pick. And of course, this match is no little one. It's a big league match. It's for the X Division Championship. And Impact Wrestling, we know that they treat all their titles alike. It doesn't matter if it's the so-called Intercontinental title or the United States title or the WWE Championship. They treat it all alike, and that's why the X Division title over here is getting a very great match here. It's a triple threat. Steve Macklin is there. Trey Miguel is now with a big chop to the chest. All right, a little double team here against Trey Miguel, which goes on to show that, hey, if the Teals are teaming up against Trey, it only makes sense for Trey to win. You know what I mean? So I do expect Trey to win this match for sure. My number one pick for the night, Trey Miguel. Steve Macklin, by the way, he looks like a serial killer. He looks angry. Nothing can hurt him. He's determined. He is here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to win the X Division Championship. Could win as well. He's my number two pick as well. And since Deonna wants him to win, I kind of want him to win as well. Let's see what happens. But I feel like Trey deserves it more. He's been here longer. He's worked hard at Impact Wrestling. He's athletically gifted, charismatic. He's got everything going. Trey Miguel deserves the title. What a match. What a fantastic match, by the way. This could have been over right there if Steve Macklin had not saved the match, and he did. Of course he did because he is competing in the match. He wants to win himself. So it makes sense. Just letting our fans know on our Instagram that hey, if you're watching Impact Wrestling, why watch it alone when you can watch with Wrassing's very own Wrassing? And now we see Steve Macklin here. You know, he's actually struggling right now. Surprising. Or maybe he's not struggling a lot now. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna give the upper hand. No, not so much. Okay, he's still struggling. He is struggling right now. It's all for the X Division Championship. It's a very prestigious championship. Also, it was surrendered by Josh Alexander because it was a condition. If he wanted to fight Christian for the Impact World title, he had to surrender his X Division title, and that's what he did because he wanted to go after Christian's world title. Because Christian is an AEW superstar, by the way. Christian doesn't deserve to hold that title. He's an AEW star. He doesn't deserve to hold the Impact title. There's no reason for him to. So Steve Macklin is doing right to Impact right now. I mean, he surrendered his X Division title because he wants to bring the glory and he wants to bring the prestige and the pride back to Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling superstar should be the one holding an Impact World title, and that's what's probably going to happen tonight. I do expect Alexander to defeat Christian Cage to win the Impact World title. I hope that happens. But do you guys expect Christian Cage to lose clean tonight? Let us know what you feel in the comments. I would love to see what you guys think. All three competitors here, as they're fighting for the X Division title, are down. Steve Macklin goes for the pin and a kick out by Trey. He goes for the pin again and kick out once again. Steve Macklin is kind of frustrated. Both the competitors down. Steve Macklin up on his feet. And look who's here. Film Nation BTS, good to see you. Okay, so the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics from the WWE, they opened the show. Their entrance was the first of the night. They had a singer who sang their entrance theme, brought them out. They had a beautiful Tron in the background, and these two look fabulous. They wrestled DK in the opening match of the night, and it was a hard-fought match. The Inspiration, the Iconics, actually struggled to keep up with the match. The DK dominated most of the match. However, spoiler alert, the Iconics being the Iconics, even though they're in the Inspiration now, they were iconic and somehow they pulled a victory at the very end and they won their debut match, which means that they won the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships on day one at their new job, which is at Impact Wrestling. The Inspiration, the Iconics, are now the new Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions. And Steve Macklin, by the way, with a great, phenomenal dive to Trey Miguel, who was outside of the ring. Trey Miguel is now down. I love the Iconics too. I love them. Who do you think will return tonight? I don't know, honestly. I mean, There are so many possibilities. A lot of people have been, uh, just predicting a Braun Strowman appearance tonight. I don't think it's happening. Braun Strowman, I don't think, because he was also recently in talks with AEW. I'm not sure if it's happening, but let me know. Who do you think is going to be returning tonight? I'd love to hear what you feel. I love the Iconics too, by the way, from Nation. They are great, they're fantastic, and you should have seen their entrance. I mean, if you haven't already, I'm pretty sure it'll be up on YouTube, and you should check it out because their entrance tonight was fabulous. They really Impact had a dedicated singer to sing their entrance theme and walk them out to the ring. How many times does Impact do it at this current time and age? They don't do it. It's very rare for them to do it. But they did it for the Iconics. The entrance was great. The Tron was amazing. I love them, and I'm so happy that the Iconics, aka the Inspiration, are now the Impact Tag Knockouts Tag Team Champion. And I think we are in the ending few minutes of this match. It's Trey Miguel and Steve Macklin in the ring. What? Okay, a kick out from Steve. I thought that was going to be it. And, okay, Trey Miguel with a very clever roll up. Alright, he had everything going. I thought that Trey Miguel was going to win, but no, Steve Macklin now up. Okay, with the sword. Alright, he hits Steve hard. Steve goes for the pin. Wow, Steve could have very well been the new X Division champion right there. He almost pinned Trey Miguel. There was no way Trey was kicking out of that, but with the last minute save, and that's what triple threats are all about, They are unpredictable. Anything can happen anytime. We can see a save, people just jumping in. To be honest, I'm still going to call the Iconics them the Iconics because their new wrestling tag team name is a little bit hard. It's just easy to know their wrestling names from WWE, but their new names. The Inspiration. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and the Inspiration here. They also have two eyes in the new name. That's Inspiration. That's Inspiration. So it's weird. When I first read Inspiration, I was like, how do you pronounce that? Do you pronounce it like Inspiration, or do you still pronounce it Inspiration? So they do still pronounce it as Inspiration. They just write it just like they used to write Iconics. So it makes little sense considering the pronunciation. But it is what it is. Yep. Well, congrats to the Iconics for winning the Impact Women's Tag Champions. Yeah, on day one. On day one at their new job, their new work. Day one as Impact Stars, their debut, and they won the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Incredible. Wow, and I thought that I was going to be wrong. So for this X Division title match, I have predicted Trey Miguel to walk out as a new X Division champion. But Steve Macklin could be it as well. Since I interviewed Deonna Perrazzo and I saw the look in her face and her eyes when she said that she wants Steve Macklin to win, her real life boyfriend to win. So somewhere down my heart, I want Steve Macklin to win as well because I know how happy Deonna would be. But my heart says, my mind and my heart says Trey Miguel because Trey Miguel has everything going. That entrance, the pop, the fan support, the Rascals, the charisma, the high flying moves, the just incredible. The way he moves in the ring, Trey Miguel has it all going. And he's been at Impact for way too long. He's wrestled hard. He's fought hard. He deserves the title. So I hope Trey wins, but I wouldn't be mad if Steve wins. But if the third guy wins, I'll have a problem. Let's see. Well, yes, I'll totally check it out. Their new entrance in Impact Wrestling. You should. You should. Very good. Very cool. To be honest, I hope we get their action figures soon, which I'm preferring the Iconics. Let's see. Impact Wrestling and action figures. We might get it from ringside. You never know. But let's see. Let's see. Do you collect action figures? I know that a lot of people do. I have a friend in Florida, a town in Florida, and he's actually a record holder for the most wrestling action figure to be collected by somebody in North America, I believe. So I know people love collecting action figures. I never got a chance to get into it, but I would love to. So let me know if you collect action figures. I've always been intrigued by them. by wrestling action figures. Trey Miguel going for a high flying move. I feel like it's not going to be Steve Macklin who be pinned, and that's it. Steve Macklin's momentum has been saved. He was not pinned, and just like I had predicted, Trey Miguel is your new Impact X Division champion. And Trey Miguel so very much deserves it. He deserves it. I mean, right now you can see, this moments like these can make a grown man cry. Trey Miguel is sitting there in the middle of the empty ring just with the referee, and he is crying, ladies and gentlemen. He is crying right now. He has tears, and this is where you don't see kayfabe. You don't see anything that's scripted. This is Trey Miguel feeling the movement. I'm getting goosebumps as speaking. I have goosebumps right now. I don't know if you can see it, but I literally have goosebumps for Trey because the man has deserved it. This man right here loves professional wrestling. He loves wrestling, and for him to win the X Division title, it means a lot, not just to him, but to me as well. It means a lot, and I'm so glad Trey Miguel with the win. Love it. And now Mickie James is backstage, and she's giving an interview. Mickie James is going to be fighting Deonna Perrazzo, the lady that we had the pleasure of interviewing, by the way. And this match is going to be a big one. It's going to be a huge match. Let's see who's going to win. It is for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Well, hey man, I would love to stay and chat with you, but I have to go. Got a busy day this Sunday. See you on the Monday Night Raw live stream. Peace. Thank you, Film Nation. Have a good night. I'll see you on Monday. And just like Film Nation just said, we do watch-alongs for every single wrestling show out there. Let it be a Monday Night Raw. Let it be Tuesday. We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We do watch-alongs every single day for every single wrestling show out there. So don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button and be a part of our Wrestling News family. And by the way, this match tonight between Mickie James and Deonna Perrazzo is going to be a special one. It's going to be a big one because because Deonna Perrazzo is just days away from becoming the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion in the history of this company. Only one woman that is good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste. Good to see everybody tuning in. Thank you. So, just like I said, only Taya has been the only knockout to have held the title for 377 days. And Deonna Perrazzo, I believe, as today, as we speak right now, is at day 342, which means that Deonna is just days away from becoming the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion of all time. And I do hope that she wins. And she told me during our interview together was that, yes, I'm gonna win, and I'm going to be the Impact Knockouts champion forever. So is she really gonna be the champion forever? We'll see it all unfold tonight. Let's see what happens. I want Mickie James to win. Nicole, what's going on with you and me? I mean, for me, I said I wanted Roman Reigns to win, and you said I want Brock Lesnar to win, and now I want Deonna to win, and you want Mickie James to win. You know what? We did it the last time, and the last time I won. Let's see who wins tonight. Is it going to be you, or is it going to be me? Is it going to be Mickie James, or is it going to be Deonna Perrazzo? We'll see. Same here. You want Deonna to win as well, Holly, or do you want Mickie James? Let me know. I do want Deonna to win. I think that she has done a fabulous job carrying that title. We have seen a lot of Impact Knockouts champions in the past, a lot of them, numerous one of them. And I don't think that anybody was able to bring more eyes to the title of Knockouts than Deonna. Wow. Howling Cannon also wants Mickie James to win. Okay, interesting. Wait, I'm going to drop a link over here for you guys if you haven't seen it already. This interview was covered by a lot of major online publications for wrestling, and I feel like you guys should be checking it out too. Right, so Deonna Perrazzo interview, and this is an exclusive interview that we did with her just a few days ago. So you should definitely be checking it out. I'll drop the link in the chat so you guys can check it out. 1 second. All right. So if you guys want, check out our interview with Deonna Perrazzo. It is about her match that she is in against Mickie James tonight. And after this interview, after doing the interview with Diana, I was like, you know what? You know what? I agree. I want Diana to win because she really is the champ. She really is who she says she is, and that is the forever champ. That is the best wrestler in the world. Not just the best technical wrestler, the best women's wrestler, but she says that she is the best wrestler in the world today. Martin says, I've heard that AEW and Impact are about to end their working relationship. So, Martin, I've heard that too. You know, there is a rumor afloat. And to think about it, when they first started their relationship together, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to go on for too long, and that's because AEW at first had something to gain out of that relationship, and that was Impact's, existing fan base. And Impact fans are hardcore fans, you know it, because at a point in Impact's run, as a brand, a lot of fans actually stopped watching the product. So the fans who are still watching Impact Wrestling, you know that they're hardcore, they're loyal fans. And AEW definitely wanted that fan base, such a loyal fan base. And that's why they started a relationship with Impact. And now that it's been a year, and now they probably have that fan base over watching and consuming their own product now, they probably don't feel the need to continue this relationship with Impact. We might see them collaborate again, short-term deals in the future, but for now, I think that AEW has nothing to gain out of this relationship. I think they're fine, and Impact as well. I feel like they're fine now, so I guess it'll end. But when I spoke with Diana, she did express interest in going after the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships in the future, along with AEW champion Britt Baker. So she did say that. So I don't know. I don't know if it was kayfabe. I don't know if she was just trying to play the press during our interview by saying that, not giving any hints whatsoever. But she did say that. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But the rumor is there that the relationship between Impact and AEW will come to an end very soon, very shortly. That is true. That is true. There's no denying that. And we are seeing Heath Slater making his way to the ring. And again, we saw the Iconics earlier today. We just saw Steve Macklin. All right, we're seeing Heath Slater. We're gonna be seeing Rhino. We're gonna be seeing Christian Cage. We're gonna be seeing a lot of former WWE superstars who were not used properly in the WWE. Who Impact Wrestling is doing a better job at using them. By the way, I mean look at Heath Slater right now. We've got matching shades as well. He's wearing shades. I'm wearing shades. I already like this guy. He's already looking better than he ever looked in the WWE. I like this guy. And who is going to be his tag team partner? Let's see. Oh, before the tag team partner could come out, these guys doing the dirty work, attacking Heath right there, not giving him a chance at all. Eric Young, too, by the way, he's also ringside. He's waving his flag. Also, former WWE superstar. Brandon Toll is officiating this match. He was the first ever guest on our podcast, which is the Wrassingh Show, our podcast. And Brandon Toll was the first ever guest on the podcast. I hope that we can have him back on our podcast to talk more wrestling. Well, an incredible guy, nice guy, genuine guy, loves professional wrestling, and Heath Slater. And sort of a handicap match at this point. Heath Slater by himself wrestling these two gifted wrestlers, very strong, but crooked, right? We can all agree on this, crooked. And I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Heath kind of struggling, but he's doing much better in this handicap match than he ever did in a one-on-one match in the WWE. I mean, he was treated as a joke throughout his career, but right now, as I'm seeing right now, he's looking good. He's looking, muscular, strong, looking like a threat. Unlike his WWE days, he's looking good, and I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Definitely like what I'm seeing. Heath Slater was one of those guys. When you first saw him make his debut, you looked at him and you thought, he's never gonna make it. He looks like a chicken, right? A lot of people said chicken. But when you look at him now and you see him go and you see do these incredible things and the way he looks now versus what he looked back then goes on to prove that you should never judge a book by its cover. The book just gets better as it ages. And that's what we're seeing with Heath Slater. He just gets better as he ages. He looks better. He moves better. Uh, he talks better. He's more mature, wiser, stronger. We're seeing such a good side of Heath Slater here at Impact Wrestling. Fantastic. Now, I thought that was going to be it. I thought the match was going to be over right there. But thankfully, no. He is still in. He's not willing to give up just yet. He's willing to sacrifice his body for this match. This is no joke. This is not a normal show. This is pay-per-view, and not just any pay-per-view. This is Bound for Glory. It's like Impact Wrestling's WrestleMania, and this is the biggest audience that Impact Wrestling has had in some time now. Ever since the pandemic hit, Impact Wrestling really scaled down its venue size and its audience size, which I respect. Impact Wrestling is probably one of the very few wrestling promotions out there that are still keeping the pandemic in their mind and not having like crazy amount of wrestling fans in there. They are, they're doing the right thing. Let it be if it's for the pandemic or not. We can appreciate whatever they're doing. And this match has been good so far. It's been a good match.
Heath would normally look to make a tag here, but there is no reprieve. Heath, stranger in a strange land, a man on an island. You see right there, instant. Heath looked in the corner, right?
All right, so this was a bit of a stretch. I feel like they were waiting for each other to get up. A little slowed down action right there, but that's fine, I guess. That's okay. Heath Slater, looking muscular, looking bulky, looking good. I like his appearance. He looks like a threat. Even his hairstyle, with a hairstyle like that, you can take him seriously. So that's good.
How much more? I don't know how much more Heath can take in this.
And the commentator right there asking how much more. I mean, it's been a good match. Can't complain. And Rhino's here, I was expecting for Rhino to show up, and there he is. And I was wondering where he was, and he is here. And is he going to be helping his friend out now? Let's see. And I have a lot of love for streamers who are new to the thing. We've been streaming for a month now, and it's been such a pleasure. So I have a lot of love for all the streamers out there who are, doing these watch-alongs, who are doing things, to entertain the fans. So I gotta give credit to all the streamers out there. I can see what a few streamers out there trying to, do their thing. Good stuff. I respect everybody who's trying to make it big, who's trying to entertain the fans, sitting here for hours. Love it. So I've got a few people who are doing watch along for Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling is not the biggest of the shows as we know, but it definitely is a very promising show. Tonight has been nothing but amazing. All right, and just like that, Rhino and Heath Slater have won the match. And I must say, what an incredible match. It was a good match, actually. I like the production value, by the way. If you watch Impact Wrestling every single week, the production value is something that I talk about all the time. I say that the show is so good. They've got such a great talent, such a good roster. They've got people like Big Cass. Now they have Deonna Perrazzo, by the way, which in herself is just legendary. They've got Matt Cardona. They've got Rhino. They've got Heath Slater. They've got Josh Alexander. You name it. They've got a very stacked roster. They've got the Inspiration, a.k.a. the Iconics, who are now their new Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions. They've got Trey Miguel, who's now the new X Division Champion. They've got Steve Macklin, who was formerly in the part of the Forgotten Sons in the WWE. They've got all these incredible talent, and I feel like the production value, if they work on that, it could be a really, really good show that would draw a lot of audience. And tonight, as I'm watching Bound for Glory, I can tell that they've worked on the production value. Bound for Glory looks good, and I'm watching Impact Wrestling's Hall of Fame ceremony right now, a clip from the ceremony, and Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong, who was also in the WWE, she was Karma in the WWE, was not treated well. I feel like she was such a threat, but they just treated her like a threat, and that's it. They never actually treated her like a person. They never treated her as a wrestler. Karma in the WWE was just treated as a prop to scare people, for Michael Cole to say, "There comes a nightmare, there comes Karma, run!" And that was about it. They never treated her as a wrestler. They never treated her as a wrestler who could have a career of her own, who could have a future of her own. And ultimately, she was, she obviously was pregnant. Then she was let go from the WWE. She has had such an impact in the wrestling scene, all these years, and she this year was finally inducted into the Hall of Fame, not by the WWE but by Impact Wrestling. The Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, they only induct one wrestler per year, and this year they inducted Awesome Kong. And just like I said, the Digital Media Championship, we saw it in the pre-show. It's an intergender title, and we saw men and women compete for the title tonight. And the Digital Media Championship will be defended only on digital media. It will be defended. It will be appearing on TV, but it'll be mostly defended on digital media platforms, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. All these social media platforms and digital media platforms. The first ever champion of digital media and Impact Wrestling is actually a woman, Jordynne Grace. This title is an intergender title, as we saw earlier today. It's open to both men as well as women, and it's an intergender title. Anyone can go after it.
So, what better way to do it than, I don't know, win the whole thing? There's no one that matters like you. No one. Feel good. Feel good. Really good.
And we're seeing a backstage interview here. And we can see, somebody, if you're watching Impact for the first time tonight, of course you know Jordynne Grace, she's super popular out there, but I'm pretty sure you also recognize this gentleman who's standing right there, tall guy, hard to ignore, hard to not notice, Big Cass from the WWE here. I'm pretty sure you guys all recognize him. He's in Impact Wrestling. So another reason for you to tune in if you haven't already, Big Cass is there. And the Digital Media Championship, it's open for everybody. No matter you're a guy or a girl, no matter you're a male or a female competitor, you can wrestle for the Digital Media Championship. And, it is something like the 24/7 title. 24/7 title is also an intergender, but I have faith in Impact Wrestling, and I trust their creative. And I can tell that the Digital Media Championship will be treated better than the 24/7 title. It already looks better than the 24/7 title. I'm pretty sure the Digital Media Championship will be better and will do justice to Impact Wrestling. All right, thank you so much, Nicole, for tuning in. Have a good night, and let's see who wins tonight. Is it gonna be your pick, Mickie, or my pick, Deonna? I'm telling you, it's gonna be Deonna, but we'll talk about it on Monday when you tune in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night. And guys who are connecting with us right now, thank you so much for tuning in. We are watching Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory 2021 pay-per-view. If you haven't already checked it out, we interviewed Deonna Perrazzo regarding her championship match against Mickie James, which takes place later tonight. It will be the co-main event of the night, which will be followed by the main event between Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander for the Impact World title. So check out this interview if you haven't already. And yes, we are now watching the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. It's going to be a Gauntlet match. And for those of you tuning in right now, we do watch-alongs for every single wrestling show out there. Let it be WWE, let it be Impact Wrestling, AEW, NXT, NXT UK, ROH, any show out there, we do watch alongs for it. So make sure to tune in, make sure to hit the subscribe button, as I want you to be a part of our Wrestling News family. Be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, and let's start a relationship right here on YouTube. Alright, this is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. Sounds interesting. Let's see how interesting it'll be. Rocky Romero now making his entrance, and as they're introducing him, it just reminds me that early on during the X Division title match, when it was starting, when they were making their entrance, Steve Macklin was making his entrance, and they incorrectly introduced him as Trey Miguel. So a terrible, terrible glitch, a terrible error, but mistakes happen. We're all humans after all, so I guess that's okay. No problems. This is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. And these two competitors that you're seeing on your TV screen right now, I must say that these two are promising. Could be the future, very young, very athletic, very talented. Look at this guy as he does all these rolls in the ring. Look at them go. Look at how they move. These are the future of professional wrestling, and I'm glad that they're getting their start here at Impact Wrestling. Amazing, amazing talent, raw talent, and love Impact Wrestling for giving them the spotlight that they're receiving. Love it. Do you like the name, The Inspiration? The Inspiration name, Chris, actually, they're spelling it with two I's, just like they spelled Iconics. But it worked with Iconics because, the pronunciation with two I's, it's still Iconics, right? But with Inspiration, the pronunciation, if you use two I's, it's like Inspiration, right? But you still call them Inspiration. So, I have OCD. OCD is like obsessive compulsive disorder, as you know. And I have OCD problems. And when I'm seeing something like a typing error, like that, I've got problems, I did not have problems with Iconics because the pronunciation was there. But here, you're using the pronunciation with a single I, but you actually have two I's. So as a person with OCD, I've got problems. But nevertheless, I like the name Inspiration in general because I feel like Jessica and Casey, they both have inspired a lot of females, especially in Australia, to pursue their dream, and if they like professional wrestling, to follow them in the path to the world of professional wrestling. So they've just definitely been inspirations to a lot of women, young women, out there who want to pursue professional wrestling as a career, who want to be wrestlers themselves. So they've inspired, they still continue to inspire women out there and people out there. So the name is fitting, but the spell check, the spelling error, it triggers my OCD, I'll tell you that. So, what about you? Do you like the name?
Yeah, I would quickly get a lot more say now. So as the ring starts to fill up, your imagination begins to run away with you. You start to imagine what each wrestler would look like as they call your shot gauntlet. Yes.
All right, and we're watching the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, and it's been a good match so far. Let's see who's going to win. I feel like Romero is one of my favorites because this guy is a promising young man. He's got, by the way, look at this beast in the ring right now. Both of them going after him, but they can't move him. They can't get him out of the ring. This guy is way too strong. But I still have my money. My bet is on Romero because this guy has charisma. His character works. He's very good gold chain as he's wrestling. It doesn't get any more dapper than that. You don't see wrestlers wrestling while they're wearing gold chain. Rohit Raju is now making his way to the ring. Rohit Raju, you see Taj Mahal in the background. Rohit Raju is an interesting guy. Interesting. A guy of Indian descent and interesting, to say the least. All right. And my guy Romero is still going strong. Just like I said earlier, my early prediction for this match is Romero. Even though Rohit Raju is fresh, in this match, he's still going. By the way, guys, we've seen some phenomenal matches tonight. We've seen the Iconics, we've seen the X Division title, the match we saw before this one. Now we're seeing the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. I mean, every single match on this card is incredible. And it just proves that Bound for Glory 2021 has been a very entertaining show. If you would like to compare, even though this is a pay-per-view, if you want to compare it with the show that preceded it, that was AEW Dynamite just stands nowhere close. This show is fantastic. Bound for Glory 2021, what a beautiful show. The talent is great. They're fighting hard. They're fighting for the pride of Impact Wrestling tonight. They're fighting to show to the world that, hey, you know what? We cannot be overlooked, because if you're overlooking us, you're missing out. And just like I said, Impact Wrestling does not shy away from intergender wrestling, and that's what I love about Impact. It's equality. As you want equality, they give you equality. And now we're seeing Tasha Steelz, actually, who's in the ring surrounded by four men. She's standing tall, and she's not afraid. She's here. She knows that she's capable of beating men up, and she's capable of winning. And she's working alongside Rohit Raju right now. She's beating up all these men in the ring. My pick, by the way, Romero, is actually struggling to keep up right now. He could be the first one to get eliminated. That's what I'm seeing right now. Just like I said, Romero looked like he could be eliminated, and he has been eliminated. Romero has been tossed outside of the ring. And yeah, he's been eliminated.
Now the numbers actually favor the rule breakers, if you will, even more so. Coming out next.
So we just had to drop a little message to Trey Miguel for winning the championship. And Trey Miguel, if you missed, he is the new X Division champion. I literally had goosebumps when he won. I had teary eyes. This man has struggled a lot. He has worked hard all these years. And if anybody deserved to win the X Division title tonight, it was Trey Miguel. And I'm very happy that he did. And now we're seeing Jordan Grace accompany her friend to the ring. Jordan Grace is already the champion. She is already the Impact Wrestling's first ever digital media champion. And she wants her friend, that's an intergender title too. And this match, as we're seeing, Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, is also an intergender match. And, her friend as well could be winning this match. Both the friends experts at intergender wrestling, it seems. And they actually eliminated a big threat in this match. The guy who could have easily won this whole thing, they have together eliminated him. Rohit Raju, by the way, look at him go. He is looking fine. He's looking fresh, very dominant. He could be winning this match, actually. Since we saw... So, the female competitors are actually dominating this match now. We have more females than we have men in the ring at the moment. Savannah Evans is now in the ring too. So that makes up for 3 women and 2 men inside of the ring. And the 3 women are wrestling in one corner, the 2 men in the other corner. Rohit Raju being one of the men. We've got Jordan Grace, we've got Tasha Steelz, we've got Savannah Evans in the other corner. This match is great. The show is fantastic. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. If I could predict a winner, since we already had a female competitor, a women's wrestler, win the first intergender match of the night, that was for the Impact Digital Media Championship. I feel like this match is going to but this match is going to see a male wrestler win, because you can't have 2 females winning 2 intergender matches of the night, right? You have to at least give 1 match to the men and 1 match to the women, correct? So I feel like tonight this match is going to be having a male competitor win. Let's see who the next entrant to this match is going to be, and then I'll give you guys my pick for this match. Who do I think is going to be winning? I'll give you my pick in just a bit. Yeah, these guys, even though they're good, I don't see them as big threats. I still feel like My pick of the night so far for this particular match is going to stay Rohit Raju. I feel like Rohit Raju has it all going. She's doing great. And look at what happened. We only have three competitors left in the ring right now. Now with this guy entering, we have four. We had a lot of females in the ring. All of them have been eliminated with the exception of Tasha Steeles and some intergender wrestling now. Pure disrespect towards Tasha Steeles, by the way. This guy not being a gentleman whatsoever. Tasha Steeles not taking it. Chivalry, if you're watching this match right now, you might think that Chivalry is dead. But I'll just give you a reminder, it's not dead. It's still very much alive. Just not right here. Just not right here.
That's a smart little strategy. I don't know if it's by design. But it's a smart little thing. Here we go. 5 seconds left.
Alright, let's see who the next entrance is going to be in this match. Melina. You know, Bound for Glory is Impact's WrestleMania for a reason. We now have Melina who's making her entrance, and she's entering the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. We last saw Melina, I believe, at NWA 73. And we also saw Diana Perrazzo destroy Melina, and we haven't seen her since. And now we're seeing her. She's back. I'm pretty sure Diana Perrazzo is watching this. And this guy being disrespectful towards Melina too. I think Melina is going to be eliminating him, really showing that women are no less. They are actually stronger than men. And let's see. Okay, but this guy being disrespectful, showing Melina that no, he's the one. He's the one who deserves all the cameras, all the spotlight. If you guys are wondering, Rohit Raju is still here. He's still in this match. He has not been eliminated. I know that he was gone for a few seconds. And you couldn't really see him, but yeah, he's here. He's still in the match. The Demon. I cannot believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Guys, wrestling fans who are not watching this right now are missing out big time. Like, why would you not watch this? How can you not watch what's happening right now? We saw Melina, now we're seeing the Demon, and this guy looks fantastic. This guy looks like a threat. At first I thought that, hey, you know what, Melina is going to be winning. At first I thought there is going to be a male star who's going to win because we already had the female star win the first intergender match of the night. Then we had Melina come out, and I thought that, okay, Melina might win. And now we have Demon who has come out. And Demon looks angry. Such a legend, such a star. Everybody loves him, You can see the fans are stunned as the Demon is making his entrance. It looks fantastic. Looks angry. Entering the ring right now. Wow, there is no comparison. I mean, look at this guy. There is no comparison when you compare him to all the others in the ring. No comparison whatsoever. And this guy actually, he's forgetting about the wrestling part, and he just wants the Demon to sign his autograph for him. That's how much the Demon is respected. He's a legend. All hail the Demon, And the Demon's actually signing the autograph. He is. And the autograph and the guy both go out of the ring. The Demon is not here for jokes.
The Demon makes his presence felt. Call your shot, Gauntlet here.
Could the Demon be winning this match though? Just thinking. I'm just thinking. And the most professional wrestler in the world, Brian Myers, is now coming out with WSK and Zach. And Brian Myers, by the way, former WWE superstar Kurt Hawkins. And we've got incredible talent in the ring. We've got Melina. We've got Tasha Steeles. We've got Brian Myers. We've got the Demon. We've got Rohit Raju. And we've got the first guy who actually started this match. He's still going strong. Brian Myers with a slap to the face of the Demon. And the Demon's angry.
Somewhere inside Myers has to be just gleeful. He's in there beating them up. You have no you can throw hands. Looking at the clock here for saving his people. Obviously, since been over 15 minutes so long. And man, the clock is sitting on the marathon right now that you're seeing is running. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Who's going to come out next?
Wow. Adam Rose. Matt Cardona is now making his way to the ring. Okay. Adam Rose.
Hostilities. The learning tree was sent out, but we're not enough. I guess that's an example of the more things change, the more they stay the same. Because no matter what happens, Matt Bryan and Matt Cardona are tied together.
Am I missing something out, Mr. NXT? I didn't. Okay, wait. Okay, got you. But Impact Wrestling has been surprising. They've got so much. I'll just say this: they get all these former WWE superstars, right? They've got stars like the Iconics, Inspiration. They've got Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, if you want to call him that. Which what an awful name, Brian Myers, such a good name. You've got all these former stars, right? And none of them actually come out to you and diss the WWE or talk trash about the WWE. They just come out to you and they mind their own business, which is what I really like about Impact Wrestling. They're not here about the past, they're here about the present and the future. And I like that about Impact Wrestling a lot. I appreciate it. None of the former WWE superstars who have come after Impact Wrestling have actually grabbed the microphone and started talking trash about the WWE. We did not see it with the Iconics. When the Iconics first came out, the Inspiration first came out today, and they grabbed the microphones during their entrance. I was like, are they gonna go salty? Are they gonna talk trash about the WWE? But they did not. They kept it quite short, simple, and sweet. And I love the Iconics, the Inspiration. And I love what they did today. They kept it simple. They just were respectful. They introduced each other to the fans. No ego. I did not see any unnecessary ego, oozing out of them. Even though they're such big names, they're just fine. And Brian Myers, by the way, he just eliminated Melina. Melina could have been one of the stars to have actually won this match. And now, as we are watching this, not even one female competitor is in the ring right now. Tasha Steele's been out, Melina's out. It's only men in the ring. And Sam Beal is now making his entrance. I don't expect for him to win. Don't expect for him to win. No. There's no way he's winning. No. You know what? Rohit Raju, is he still there? Yeah, he's still there. Rohit Raju is still there. Is Rohit Raju gonna win? I mean, he's been here way too long, and he's doing fine. I'm seeing him just lying around, resting, relaxing in the corners of the ring. Just taking his time, trying to stay in the ring for as long as he can, and trying to avoid all of this, attraction and all that stuff. So yeah, so. He's doing a good job at that. I think Myers may win. So Howling thinks that Myers actually might pick up the win. Could be. Could happen. Myers actually deserves the win too. But let's see what happens. Matt Cardona, I don't think Matt Cardona is going to win. And by the way, I don't want Matt Cardona to win either because he has had a decent year so far. He has had success, GCW and whatnot. So he does not need the win as much as somebody like Myers might need the win. Myers needs some recognition. Rohit Raju could also enjoy the win, and he's doing a fine job. So actually, Myers might win. You're right, and he needs to win because he needs more recognition. All right, I agree. Who is that? Okay, Rich Swann is here, and Rich Swann is another one of the Impact Wrestling stars that I have interviewed. I interviewed him prior to his match against Kenny Omega, which was a champion versus champion match. Of course, Rich Swann lost to the One Winged Angel. Not too surprising. He was expected to lose, but yeah.
Looks like Sandy learned a thing or two. He just wants a young man grow right from
Oh, by the way, just saw this mess comment here. Who was the Demon? So the Demon is actually a wrestling legend. His real name is Dale Tornberg, and I mean he has had stints with the WCW. He has also worked with TNA Wrestling in the past. He's known for his work with the WCW more prominently, and as well as TNA, and that's why he's here at Impact tonight. And he's also the son of, I believe, a MLB Major League Baseball manager. I can't remember the guy's name very well. I think it was Jeff. So he's the son of that guy. So yeah, the Demon is that guy. He's a legend. He has worked for two promotions as far as I can remember. That is Impact TNA Wrestling, as well as WCW back in the day, basically. And I don't actually think, from what I can remember, is that the last time I saw the Demon, from what I can remember, I think that the Demon has not made a wrestling appearance in over 15 years. I think 15 or 14 years. I think the last time the Demon actually worked a wrestling match was 2007 when he was with TNA, and after that he really did not go anywhere else. So yeah, I do agree. Yeah, you're right, Mr. NXT. You got it now. You got it now. The Kiss Demon, right? All right, Moose is here, and Moose and Red Swan, both of them, they also had a very rich history. Moose, I know that my friend JTG was scheduled to wrestle him a few months ago too. The Moose is a real threat, not just to the people at Impact, but also outside of Impact. Whenever he does Indies, he does good job there. Uh, well respected. So, by the way, this match has been so good. We have seen the Demon, we have seen Melina, we have seen Moose, we have seen Matt Cardano, we've seen Brian Myers, Rohit Raju, you name it, all these big names, and with all of these wrestlers in the same match, in a gauntlet match like this, and they're doing it so well. I mean, every single wrestler is getting some amount of spotlight, some amount of TV time, and I'm enjoying all of their appearances. I like it. It's a slow-paced action. It's not too crazy. It's not too fast. We've seen Red Swan. It's going slow, but it's going well. I'm enjoying every single wrestler who's entering. Nobody is going unnoticed. Everybody has my attention, and that's what I enjoy about this match. It's very well choreographed. Everybody's getting enough time to showcase what they're all about. Very nice and simple. I like it. And I do believe that we're also going to be seeing Big Cass in the ring very soon. So Big Cass will also be entering this match, I believe. Let's see. If he does, I'm not too sure if he will, but if he does, it could change this whole landscape of the match. I still have my money on Rohit Raju. I still feel like this guy has been here way too long, and for as long as he's been here, there is no reason for him to not win. I mean, he's been here for quite some time now, so it would only make sense for him to actually pick up the win tonight. There would be no other reason for him to hang around as long as he has. So I do expect for him to win, or at least go until the finals. So far, we're seeing Brian Myers. By the way, Howling predicted that Brian Myers might win. Brian Myers is out of the match. So there goes your prediction, Mr. Howling. But let's see who's gonna win. Alicia is here. and she was trying to hit Moose with the kendo stick. I don't know why. Moose was already leaving the ring. He was out of the match. I don't think Alicia really had business with Moose, but she did try to beat him up. Moose was not happy. He shoved Alicia aside, to the ramp. But now they are in control, and I think they're gonna beat Moose up now. Let's see. Moose really getting punished right now. Lovely.
Now Moose is down. What a great opportunity to eliminate Moose. We know who's coming. The final entrant, W. Morrissey.
Just like I said, formerly known as Big Cass, W. Morrissey is the final entrant of this match. He is the final guy to enter this match, and he could very well be changing the whole landscape of this thing. Alicia is the only female in this match as well, so she stands out automatically. She already looks like somewhat of a, promising star who could actually win. So she's already there. We've got Big Cass, W. Morrissey, who's actually holding onto her hand now. Now he's lifted her up, and just like that, eliminated Alicia. Alicia is out of the match with little to no effort from Mr. Morrissey, and the kendo sticks attacks bring him down to his knee. Moose and Morrissey, of course, are going to be teaming up. He accidentally hits Morrissey, but still. And just like that, Eddie is out. Eddie Edwards has been eliminated. He tried to be a little bit of a problem for Mr. Morrissey. Hit him with the kendo stick a few times here and there. But I feel like Moose and Morrissey are going to be on the same page for a bit at least. They're going to work together. Now Rohit Raju is now, and I feel like this is the time when Rohit Raju will be eliminated. I feel like he would have been better off if he was still standing on the side or he was lying on his back in the corner of the ring. But by interfering between these two big men, he's called for it. He's asking for it, and he's been eliminated. He's been in the match. He was in the match for way too long. I wish that he could have lasted longer. At least went into the finals, but no. He had to run his big mouth, and that's why he has been eliminated by the big man. Alright, so an outside interference now. And this poor guy has been in the match since the very beginning. Number one guy who entered the match. He's still around. I hope that he wins, by the way, because he's been here since the very, very beginning. So I'd like for him to win. Poor man. Poor man. He's been in the match for over 20 minutes now, just like the commentator said, since the very beginning. I would hate for him. Oh, just like that. He's out. He's out. They look very happy. Moose looks very happy. Morrissey looks happy, as if they've done something really big. So, 4 people in the ring right now. 3 out of them recently released WWE superstars. We're seeing Wrasslinews, we're seeing Morrissey, we're seeing Matt Cardona, and Morrissey. Wrasslinews are trying to get Morrissey out of the match, out of the ring, but he needs more help. Morrissey's a big man, Big Cass, big man. He needs more than one person to get him out of the ring, that's for sure. His own friend Moose eliminates Morrissey. Is Matt Cardona gonna win this one? I feel like Matt Cardona wins all the time. We saw him, his thing with GCW and all that stuff. Matt Cardona is great and all, but I feel like he gets too much spotlight all the time. So, yeah, it looks like he's gonna win though. Definitely looks like it. So the unique thing about this Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, as you might have heard or known already, is that the winner of this match gets a title shot anytime of their choosing. Anytime, anywhere, any place, any title. So it's on them. It's their decision. It's like the Money in the Bank without the briefcase. Whoever wins this match gets a title opportunity anytime, any place of their choosing. Uh, Mr. NXT says, I think Big Cass could be a WWE champ someday, just like Drew McIntyre. He could be, but I know that Big Cass had some attitude problems. People did not like him because of, whatever he had going on backstage. I know that Big Cass also struggled, sadly. After his WWE release, he struggled with depression, with mental health illness. But it's so good to see that independent wrestling gave him some love. It made him feel loved. Alright, I'm glad that Matt Cardona did not win that one. Moose has won, and he is the winner of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. He can now challenge the champion for a match, for a title match, at any time of his choosing. So this award that he has in his hand right now is more like a Money in the Bank briefcase. All right. So anytime, any place, wherever he wants, whenever he wants, he's getting the title shot.
Heath, Rhino, what a feel-good moment to see you two back together out there. It was awesome. But I have to admit, for a minute there, I was getting a little worried. You were out there 2-on-1 for quite a while.
Yeah, a lot of people play.
All right, so another backstage interview, and now we're seeing Heath and Rhino being interviewed backstage.
We'll be at the corner. He might have not showed up on time, but hell, Gandalf the White or Grey or Lord of the Rings, he just shows up right at the right time, and that's exactly what you did, baby.
Heath, in a world where people give up on you all the time, you never gave up on me.
Never.
And you can tell your kids, Uncle Rhino is back, baby!
Rhino's back, and he has teamed up with Heath Slater. And we've seen this tag team since the WWE days. They were put together, and they're real life friends, and they're still together. And it's so good to see them working together. Whenever they work together, you know that the chemistry that they share is real, and that's why it feels so real. And they're able to just transmit that energy through the television screen towards us fans. We can feel the friendship that they share. It's beautiful. All right, so we have seen Trey Miguel, who won the X Division Tag Team Championship earlier tonight. We have seen Moose win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match already.
Someone is going to challenge the Good Brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, we got an answer from Scott DeMore, the decision for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team title. The Good Brothers versus Ninjas versus the
All right, so now up next is a triple threat tag team match. It's going to be the Good Brothers versus Finn Juice versus the Bullet Club. And a lot of casual fans, a lot of fans who don't really tune into Impact every week, they don't know that Bullet Club is still around and it's an Impact Wrestling. And they're fighting tonight, and it's going to be for the Impact Tag titles. And, tonight is all about bringing their titles back home. It's about, bringing it back, keeping it safe. And I'm so glad that, the Good Brothers have the title. But I must say that these Good Brothers, they appear on AEW TV more than they appear on Impact. I remember a few weeks ago, I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching AEW Dynamite. No, I'm sorry. I was watching Impact Wrestling on Thursday. And the Good Brothers said that we're on vacation right now. We can't be there because we're having a fun trip enjoying our vacation, having some time off. We can be there. They said it on Impact, and the next day they were there at AEW Rampage. Now it just goes on to show that they give more priority to AEW than they give to Impact, even though they're Impact Wrestling stars. And that's why I want the Bullet Club or the Finjuice. Actually, I want the Bullet Club to take the titles off the Good Brothers because if they really want to go to AEW all the time, they might as well forget about the tag titles that belong to Impact Wrestling. They might as well chase the AEW tag titles because you got to give priority to the company where you are champions, right? And they're not doing that. That's why I'm a little mad at the Good Brothers and the Bullet Club. By the way, they can go. They're good. They're good wrestlers. They're fantastic in the ring. They look good. I hope that they win. So the Bullet Club has my blessing and my prediction for this match is that the Bullet Club will win the match and will walk out of this thing as new Impact Tag Team Champions. All right. Yeah, even though Finn Juice is a pretty cool tag team, they're colorful. People like them, as they're entering the ring, they're fist bumping the fans ringside. Definitely, they're a good tag team, People definitely like them. But are they gonna be winning the tag titles tonight? I think for the tag titles to go from the Good Brothers to Finn Juice would be sort of a downgrade, honestly. Even though this comment might not go very well with a lot of fans, but I think it would be a downgrade. But for the tag titles to go from the Good Brothers to the Bullet Club would be an upgrade. So I'm all up for the upgrades, and I hope that the Bullet Club actually win the Impact Tag titles tonight. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Just a reminder to everybody, the Good Brothers are not AEW superstars. They are actually Impact Wrestling contracted stars. Even though that they appear on AEW a lot more than they appear on Impact, they are Impact stars. Yeah, it's a little slow. I'm not going to, unnecessarily credit their entrance because it's not due. The credit is not due here. Their entrance is boring. One of the most boring entrances of the night. The music that I'm hearing is really boring. I'm not a fan of it at all. But anyways, glad we're done with that entrance and we're gonna enter the match.
New knockouts tag champion. You crowned a new X Division champion. Third senior champions here. Anderson Bolt is leading in tonight, so let's see. Let's see.
All right, so by the way, guys, let's take a look at the matches that we've already seen tonight. So we have seen the 20-man Call Your Gauntlet match, which was won by Moose. All right, so the finals of the match saw Moose and Matt Cardona in the finals. Matt Cardona lost via pinfall, and Moose actually won the match, so he will be able to challenge for the Impact Championship at any time and any place of his choosing. Moose won the 20-man Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. We have already seen the match for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, which was won by the Inspiration. Now they are the brand new Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions on day one at their new job. So they made their debut tonight. They've already won the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Congratulations to the Inspiration for defeating DK. We've already seen the match between. What else have we seen? We've already seen the X Division title match, which was between Trey Miguel, Steve Macklin, and El Fantasma. So that match we've already seen. Trey Miguel is the new X Division champion. So we've seen about four matches so far. The fifth match is underway, which is the Impact World Title Tag Team match. Now this one is a triple threat tag team match between the Bullet Club, the Good Brothers, and the Finjuice. And my prediction for this match, I've already said it. I predict the Good Brothers to win, and I want the Good Brothers to win because I feel. I'm sorry. What am I doing? I want the Bullet Club to win and I want the Good Brothers to lose because I feel like the Good Brothers haven't done justice or haven't shown enough respect to the Impact Wrestling promotion as a whole. So I feel like they don't deserve the Impact Wrestling tag titles. I feel like the Bullet Club would do it more justice, and that's why I want the tag titles to go back to the Bullet Club. All right, and apart from this, coming up next, we also have the Impact Knockouts title match between Diana Perrazzo and Mickie James. And after that, we have the final match of the night, which will be for the Impact World title, Josh Alexander versus Christian Cage. And we've already seen the match between Rhino and Heath versus Violent by Design. We've already seen all these matches. So only two matches remain after this one, which is going to be, both of them are going to be for the titles, the world titles. First one's going to be for the knockout title between Diana Perrazzo and Mickie James. The second one for the Impact World title between Josh Alexander and Christian Cage.
Squatting senton. And the Good Brothers are not impressed.
Great counter there by Chris Bay. Tag me.
Oh boy, the big ends are getting it now. Oh. Look at this. You can feel the anticipation.
It's Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Elijah Watt.
All right, so can I just say that it's been a solid show so far. I mean, I've enjoyed the show a lot. I've enjoyed it more than I enjoyed AEW Dynamite tonight. I've enjoyed it perhaps more than I've enjoyed any other wrestling show of the night so far. I'm seeing the Good Brother right now. I'm seeing Carl Anderson. I'm seeing the Bullet Club member going at it, back and forth, hard-hitting punches. Both of them really going at it. I don't want Carl to win. I've already mentioned the reason before. I don't want the Good Brothers to actually pick up the win tonight. But let's see what happens. Let's see what will happen. But the Good Brothers do look to be dominating the match so far.
Double tackle.
Yeah, the Good Brothers showing where experience counts and showing why they are the Good Brothers.
Down to a knee. Down to a knee.
A little walk down the edge.
Create space and cut it down. Tremendous.
That's not going to work.
No.
Where back.
Blind tag there. Blind tag.
Just waiting for his LG nice to knee to the gut, and now they have Finley cornered. Here comes the machine gun.
And because of the lead saying, look at these machine gun kicks going right to the chest and that midsection of David Finley.
Coolest guy in the room, Carl Anderson.
Finley fighting back.
Tag.
I don't think Carl wants to be in that corner there. I have to say it's a significant attack.
Let me ask you, which team has the advantage here? What would be the strategy? What's the path to victory for each?
Right now, for the Bullet Club, Vegas and Gauntlet can play force and strength like that for the people around. For Finley and Juice, they've got to get a position they can counter with control tag action and just
And for those who are tuning in right now, welcome to our live Bound for Glory 2021 watch along. We're watching the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship match right now. This match is a tag team triple threat between the Good Brothers, the Bullet Club, and Finn Juice. And I've said it already, I want the Bullet Club to win. I don't want the Finn Juice to win because I feel like for the titles to go from the Bullet Club, from the Good Brothers to Finn Juice would be kind of a downgrade. I want it to be an upgrade. I want the titles to go from the Good Brothers, and I want it to go on to the Bullet Club. The reason why I don't want the Good Brothers to actually retain. Oh, hello, good to see you. The reason why I don't want the Bullet Club to for the Good Brothers to actually retain tonight is because they have been Impact Tag Team Champions for quite a bit now, but they have put little to no prestige to the promotion. They don't show up at Impact, they show up at AEW. I mean, if you're an Impact Wrestling star, and that to an Impact Wrestling's champion, you should be appearing on Impact Wrestling more often and not on AEW. But they have not done that. They've appeared on AEW, and they have done little to acknowledge Impact Wrestling on AEW's shows. So I don't want the Good Brothers to win at all. I want the Bullet Club to win. Let's see if that happens. But so far, the Bullet Club has been dominating. They've been putting on a good show. Let's see how long are they going to be able to continue that feat. But right now, as we see, it's the Bullet Club member and, of course, Finn Juice. Now, Finn Juice trying to turn the tables. Bullet Club back in control. The Good Brothers look on. They're getting some good amount of rest as they stand. Okay, wow. And the quick tag.
Juice Robinson, the short, quick hopping steps, building up speed and thus power.
Juice Robinson really in control tonight, I must say. That he's looking good. Wow. This guy really needs to tag somebody in right now.
Uh-oh. We know it's coming up. He's going to load that left hand.
Okay. Juice Robinson is, I think he could prove me wrong tonight. The way he's performing, wouldn't be surprised if he actually goes on to win, right? He's doing a good job so far.
Spencer's showing the 2 count to the timekeeper.
You gotta give our referees props, man. Give them their flowers. They are on the game.
The referee, by the way, the referee that I'm looking at right now, pretty good. And the officials have a very interesting uniform at Impact Wrestling. But my favorite referee, hands down, is Brandon Toll, our first ever guest on the Wrassingh show. We did an interview with Brandon Toll, and we also had the pleasure of interviewing Deanna Perrazzo. That interview has been pinned in the live chat, so if you want to check it out, that interview is up, where she discusses the upcoming match against Mickie James with us and lets us know why she feels like she is the best wrestler in the world right now, and why she feels that the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, are no threat to her. She's not worried, not concerned, does not see them as competition. And we speak about a lot more interesting topics you've never heard of before. So make sure to tune in, check out that interview. It's very cool, very, very cool. And thank you so much for guys who are tuning in. Good to see all of you. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's been a good show. It's been a tremendous show so far. And we have 2 more matches left after this one.
This is it right here, right now. The tandem offense of David Finlay and Juice.
It's going to be Superplex. Juice Robinson, by the way, has been so good in the ring so far. He's done an incredible job. Is Finn Juice actually going to win? No, not yet. Not on the good. Oh no, this is crap. So I've been happy with everything that I've seen so far tonight. I've been happy with the show's results. But for the Good Brothers to just win like that again, even though they have done nothing to add prestige to the Impact Tag Team Championships, they've done nothing for it. But they still won, and they won like cowards, I must say. Finn Juice deserved to win tonight, but these people stole the victory, and now they are still champions, retain the titles. That's the world we live in, you know. That's just the world we live in.
Lightly pushed him with Diaz, but Trump said no clue tactic there. Carl comes in, gives Mrs. Robinson, and steals it 1, 2, 3.
Carl Anderson stole the victory from the hands of Finn Juice.
Japanese wrestling, but then again, that remains to be discussed. So many names are knocking down our.
Finn Juice cannot believe it. They had the match that was about to win, but the Good Brothers. And of course, we're going to be seeing Suzuki at Impact Wrestling very soon. I know that match was not good. You know, we've been watching the show. I know you've been watching the show also throughout from the very beginning. And the show has been pretty good, pretty damn entertaining. But this match was boring. And even the entrance, by the way, did you watch the Good Brothers entrance? The way they entered the ring, the background, the Tron, the music, it was so boring. I hated it. Alright, back for another very quick backstage interview with Christian Cage. He's holding on to his Impact World Championship, an AEW superstar. And I really want, you know, Impact Wrestling to bring back their title to their own brand. Yeah, boring, I know, boring. So I want an Impact Wrestling star to be holding on to an Impact Wrestling title. It's not too much to ask, right? I don't want an AEW star to be holding on to the Impact title. Don't want that. So I hope that tonight Josh Alexander wins, and that's not the only reason why. Josh Alexander also gave up on his X Division title to go after the World title. So I hope that he's able to win, you know, because if he does not, it would mean that he gave up the X Division title for nothing. So he put it all on the line, put it all up for stakes. Let's see if he's able to win tonight. But before we get to that match, we're also going to see the match that I've been looking forward to all week long. It's the match between Deonna Perrazzo and Mickie James. Deonna Perrazzo, we did an interview with her. Interview pinned in the live chat. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. But this match has been so well built. It's been a long-term, storyline building. I mean, the feud started at Slammiversary when Mickie James basically stole the spotlight from Deonna Perrazzo. And then they met once again at Impact Wrestling, where Deonna Perrazzo was, very disrespectful towards Mickie James. Then they met at NWA Empower 73, and Deonna Perrazzo was nothing but disrespectful. And that is why tonight they're settling the score. They're fighting. They're just looking to end this rivalry for once and for all. That's right. That's right. And then, of course, Deonna Perrazzo showed up to Mickie James' house this past week and attacked her in her own home. And I asked Deonna about it. I asked her, hey, do you now feel like you overreacted? You attacked her in her own home. Do you feel like you did a lot, like you did more than you should have? Do you regret it? She said, yeah, maybe I overreacted, but Scott D'Amore gave her the title match for no reason whatsoever. So she was pretty upset with the Impact Wrestling management and with Scott D'Amore. She feels like Scott D'Amore really dropped the ball when he gave Mickie the championship match for no reason whatsoever. So she's very upset. And I think Scott D'Amore is the reason why this rivalry has reached the point that it has reached. Had he not given the title shot to Mickie James for no reason whatsoever, this would have never happened, but he did. And that's why we are now seeing things get so ugly between Deonna and Scott. And tonight's match could be really brutal. It could be really scary. Let's see what happens. Let's see who walks out champion. Deonna Perrazzo is just days away from being the longest reigning Knockouts champion in the history of Impact Wrestling, in the history of this company. I believe that right now, as I speak right now, she's at day 342. The longest anyone's ever held onto the Impact Knockouts title is 377. So she's roughly a month away from becoming the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion. Will she be able to do it, or is she going to be able to defeat Mickie James? We're going to find out as that match is right up next. Let's see what happens. The interview with Diana. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Impact does take shots at WWE. Brian Myers told the guy on last week's Impact in future endeavor, we should send your stuff in a garbage bag. Oh, yeah, subtle digs. That's true. Even when I interviewed Diana, right? She said when she was speaking about her boyfriend, Steve Macklin, she said that she's so glad that he's being appreciated and recognized, unlike his past employer, unlike other companies that he's been at. She's glad that he's getting that spotlight that he deserves. So she did take some dig at the WWE during our interview as well. They're subtle digs, but they're there. But AEW just makes it more apparent, makes it more cringe, cheesy. It just gets annoying with AEW. With Impact, it's subtle, it's sweet and subtle. That's what I would call it. But I agree with you, definitely, Mr. NXT. And okay, Deanna Perez. I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna look at her entrance because the way she enters, the virtuosa, incredible. And look at her outfit right now. I mean, she looks like a queen, right? She looks great. And she's only 27 years old. Only 27 years old, and already possibly going to be the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion in the history of Impact Wrestling. There are 3 people who are standing in this ring right now. Actually, 4, including the commentator, including the announcer. But 3 people who are gonna be in this match, and that's Mickie James, Diana, and Brandon Toll. And out of these 3, I have interviewed 2 of them. I had the pleasure of interviewing Diana Perrazzo and Impact official Brandon Toll. Both of them incredible people. Hopefully, the next interview will be with Mickie James. Let's see.
To my right, the challenger from Richmond, Virginia, hardcore country, Mickie James. One more time into the spotlight for the challenger. Her opponent to my left, from Hackettstown, New Jersey. She is the reigning champion and the defending Knockouts champion, the virtuosa Diana Perrazzo.
As Diana likes to call it, champ. She says she is not just champ, she's champ. She is the Impact Knockouts champion. She is the AAA Reina de Reinas champion. And she's looking forward to adding another title, which is the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship, to her collection. She wants to wear another title around her waist, which she feels like would be the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship. And before the match could even start, the referee is not even looking right now. Mickie James attacks Diana Perrazzo, and Diana and Mickie are now brawling outside of the ring. And this goes on to show who is the real bully here, who is the real bad guy here. Not Diana for sure, definitely Mickie. Diana wasn't even ready when Mickie James started attacking her. The referee never got a chance to ring the bell. What is even happening? The referee, isn't nobody gonna listen to him? Is nobody gonna listen to the official? Does the official have no power? Why doesn't he ask them to just get in the ring and start the match like real women do, Why do they have to brawl like this? Mickie James now guiding Diana into the steel steps ringside, and this is uncalled for. I mean, this is not right. Diana Perrazzo is days away from becoming the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion in the history of Impact Wrestling, and with stuff like this that the referee has no control over, by the way, Mickie James could be really taking away something big from Diana, not just the title, but her name being cemented in the history books as the longest reigning champion. Is Mickie James not realizing it? Is not she not realizing it? She's really missing out big time. Such a call. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. We're watching the Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2021 pay-per-view. This pay-per-view, unlike a lot of other wrestling shows, it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. It starts pretty late, but we're having fun. We've been doing this for about 2 hours now, and what a pay-per-view it's been. It's been amazing. It's been incredible. Diana Perrazzo is now slowly gaining control of this match. I mean, the match, by the way, hasn't even started. The referee never got the chance to ring the bell, right? So Diana somehow needs to get Mickie back into the ring, and I can already imagine my next interview with Diana Perrazzo being so heated. She definitely is gonna be very, very angry when I meet her the next time when we talk about this. I mean, the behavior of Mickie James tonight has been nothing but unacceptable. What she's done, the way she started the match, she looks like a real bully tonight. So I hope that she understands whatever she's doing is uncalled for. And she's the real bad guy. She's the real bully tonight, not Diana. It is all Mickie James. First, she gets a title shot which she does not even deserve. She does not even earn it, right? She has never earned a title shot. She never had to go through any qualifying rounds. She just asked for it and she got it. And now when she's got it, instead of being grateful for it, she is being a bully and attacking Diana before the match even begins. But you know what they say? Good prevails over evil. And that's why Diana Perrazzo, as we see her right now, the good is actually prevailing over evil. That is Mickie James, and she's dominating and she's winning so far, looking to be in a dominant position, loving it. AEW should not let or make their wrestlers defend other companies' title on their show. I agree. I totally agree with you right there. Absolutely. Is Braun Strowman going to attack on Christian? It's very interesting because there is no reason that Christian Cage will actually win tonight. There's no reason for him to. Josh Alexander gave up on his X Division Championship to get a match against Christian for the Impact World title. That's one thing. Josh Alexander is red hot. They don't want that momentum to be dropping anytime soon. That's another thing. Christian Cage, has been Impact champion for a bit, but he's not really doing much with it. So that's the third thing. And the fourth thing, and the very important part, is that Impact and AEW will soon end their relationship, so they must drop the title before the relationship is put to an end. So Christian Cage definitely has to drop the title tonight, but is he going to be losing clean? Does the AEW actually have the balls to let a Christian Cage drop the title clean, let their star look weak on Impact Wrestling show? Are they going to be able to do that? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that there will be some kind of a heelish kind of a finish, some kind of a interference, or I don't even know. Something will happen. But what will happen? Will it be Braun Strowman? Will it be somebody else? Is it gonna be Josh Alexander? Josh Alexander will not do anything, uncalled for. I can guarantee you that. Josh Alexander will do what is right. He will not break the rules. I'm pretty sure about that. He respects himself as a wrestler. He trusts his wrestling ability. He will not cross the line. I'm sure about that. But who will interfere is the question. And when you say Braun Strowman, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Wrestling in 2021 is wild. We know it's wild. So for Braun Strowman to appear tonight's night, Bound for Glory, Impact Wrestling's WrestleMania, could happen. Did you just turn heel? Maybe. Did I turn heel? I'm just supporting the real hero, the real champion, that is Diana Perrazzo. I mean, look at her go. Look at her go. Powerbombing Mickie James just like that. Mickie James can't even... Like, the only time I actually saw Mickie James dominate this match was before this match even started, and she attacked Diana Perrazzo out of nowhere. Uncalled for, unprecedented. Why would she do that? But she did do it. I just don't understand why. She did not have to do it, but she did do it. So, let's see. But Deonna Perrazzo right now is in control. Mickie James able to do nothing about it. She is just being used as a doll, being thrown around. Okay, now with the slap to the face of Deonna Perrazzo, just showing total disrespect towards the future longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion of all time. Deonna Perrazzo's name will be cemented in the history books as she defeats Mickie James tonight and goes on to become the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion. And Deonna, during our interview, she claimed that she was going to be the Impact Knockouts champion forever. And I don't doubt her. I don't doubt her when she says it. I don't think that she's joking. I think she's being serious. And I do expect her to be the Impact Knockouts champion forever. Let's see what happens. But tonight, I don't expect for her to lose. She is winning. Good prevails over evil, and good will prevail tonight. And Deonna will walk out of Bound for Glory, still champ. Okay. And Deonna also told me, by the way, during an interview, that she will make sure that Mickie is hurt tonight, so she does not return to the ring for a long time. Do you think that's going to happen? Let's see. Back and forth now. Mickie James is hurt, but Deonna is tired. She's exhausted. After every punch, she has to take a second long of a breather. Mickie James the same. Now she's going after Deonna. Punches. Back and forth again. Showing Deonna to the ropes. Reversal. And again now. Wow, okay. And Deonna is now down. Mickie was able to put her down with a kick to the temple of Deonna Perrazzo. Going for the cover. 1-2 and a kick out. Not too surprising. There's no way in hell that Deonna would not kick out of that so soon, you know. Deonna Perrazzo is definitely in it. She's not going to give up so soon. She's not going to give up so easily. I will be very surprised if Mickie James wins tonight. Deonna Perrazzo, in my books, is the real winner. She's the winner already. She will walk out of Bound for Glory as still the Impact Knockouts champion. You know, Thea was the Impact Knockouts champion for 377 days, and that's the longest anyone's ever held the title. Deonna is a way better champion than Thea ever was. So she should be winning the title tonight and going on to become the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion without a doubt in my mind. Without a single doubt in my mind.
Absolutely legendary. What does Mickie James have in mind here? Perched high above the ring. MJ's gonna be legs are hooked. It's on.
Oh, that was a close one. Mickie James almost pinned Deonna Perrazzo right there. And I'm getting a comment on my Instagram about JR. JR was confirmed with skin cancer. And skin cancer diagnosis has been confirmed for JR. He's now currently awaiting treatment for it, the best possible treatment. But he loves wrestling. The man loves wrestling. He loves the love that he gets from the wrestling fans. And that's why he still worked tonight's AEW Dynamite episode. So gotta respect JR and wish him the best for his health. And AC Hammer is here. The one dislike is Brandy Rhodes. Yep, that's it. Brandy Rhodes, you know her. She cannot catch a break all the time, just getting in my business. You know it, AC Hammer. You know it. So Deonna Perrazzo now looking for the finisher. And Mickie James with the reversal. Deonna now down. Mickie James with the kick to the gut. All right, and with this, a DDT has been hit by Mickie James. She's going for the cover. I don't think it's going to be it. Good. Deonna Perrazzo was able to kick out. And I don't want Deonna to not kick out. I want her to win because if she wins tonight, she goes on to become the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion of all time, as she should. So I really hope that she wins tonight. She needs it.
I just felt Mickie has never had anyone kick at it. You can see the expression on her face. Whoa. Now it's about composure. Mickie seems a little lost right now. I can see she's flustered. She's out of a rhythm. She's just going in there willy-nilly, just right at it. Not even a game plan. Now the champion. Head
shot, and it wasn't enough. And now here we go.
Queen's Gambit, the end is nigh.
No.
Kicking.
Deanna Perrazzo was about to go for the finisher, but Mickie was able to escape, just have some resistance. Deanna Perrazzo, of course, is hurt because of Mickie James cheating, her cheap ways of trying to get the upper hand. She started, before the match could start, Mickie James attacked Deanna, and now Mickie James has the arm bar in position. Is she gonna be able to make Mickie James tap out? I don't think so. I don't think that after all these people have gone through, I don't expect for these two to give up so easily. I don't expect for Mickie James to give up so easily, and she has made it to the ropes, which causes the submission to be broken. And Deanna breaks the submission at the 3 count. She's not letting go very easily. She wants to, just like she said in our interview, she wants to hurt Mickie James. She does not only want to win the match, she wants to hurt Mickie James and send her away from the wrestling ring for a long, long time. Now Mickie James, as she was on the apron, she kicks Deanna in the head. Deanna now grabs Mickie James as she was about to enter. Alright, wow, this is genius. Queen's Gambit has been hit. Head to the mat, going for the pin. Wow, Mickie James has kicked out of the Queen's Gambit. I cannot believe it. I've got goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it. I've got goosebumps right now. Mickie James hits her DDT. Deanna kicks out. Deanna hits her Queen's Gambit. Mickie James kicks out. What is it gonna take for these two to pin one another? What is it gonna take? Deanna now brings in the chair. Is she gonna end the match in a disqualification? I mean, if she gets disqualified, she retains the title. Does Deanna want to do it? I mean, I understand if she would, because Mickie James started this match, started wrestling Deanna, or attacking her, before the match even started. So for Deanna to do the same, it only would make sense. Let's see what happens.
James will do whatever it takes to get back to the top.
Wow, Mickie James lands on the referee, the official Brandon Toll, and he's out, which only means one thing. Alright, Deanna is going to take advantage and going to hit. Good. Oh no. Deanna was about to hit Mickie James with a chair, and Mickie James with a round kick. Now she goes on to cover Deanna, and Deanna kicks out. Good. I'm getting a little worried over here because I am rooting for Deanna. A lot is at stake tonight. It's not just Deanna's Impact Knockouts title. It's also the fact that if she wins tonight, she will go on to become the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion in the history of this company. And she deserves it. And I want for her to win. I want for her to make history. But Mickie James is a threat in her way. Mickie James can do anything and everything possible. As we've already seen before, she attacked Deanna before the match even started. She can do anything possible to try and defeat Deanna. And Deanna now slapping her hard across the face of Mickie James, climbing the top turnbuckle, looking to superplex Mickie James off the top turnbuckle. Wow. And she locks in the submission hold. Doesn't make sense. I mean, Mickie James was hanging off the top turnbuckle. Deanna locks in the submission, but she can't. Wow. And just drags Mickie James by the arm. Her arm must be really hurting right now.
Look at that, Deanna jerks on the wrist. Everything Deanna does. Mocking Mickie James. Oh, will not happen. You will not mock Mickie James inside of a wrestling ring. She's giving everything to this sport. And the sport will give it back. Here we go.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. I cannot believe it. I thought that Impact Wrestling was better than that at booking matches, but they just had their forever champ Diana Perrazzo drop the Impact Knockouts title to Mickie James. It makes no sense. This thing makes no sense for a woman who fights for the younger, fresh talent, fresh generation of women wrestler, and taking the title away from one of them, from one of the best women wrestlers we have in the industry, for Mickie James to do that. It makes no sense. And why would they have Diana Perrazzo lose the match in that fashion? Horrible booking. Horrible. This was not needed. This was not needed at all. No. Will Charlotte join AEW in the future? I know why you're talking about this. I know why you brought up that question. Because of the rumor that Charlotte Flair was escorted out of the building last time because she got in some kind of an argument, confrontation with Becky Lynch. I think that it was kind of like a kayfabe. I feel like it was done to promote Survivor Series and make it look more legit. I don't think that Charlotte is gonna be joining AEW. I don't think so. But do you want it to happen? Let me know. Let me know if you would like to see the Queen Charlotte Flair in All Elite Wrestling. She won, and I'm upset, Mr. NXT. I'm really upset. You know, Diana as champion would have been nice. She was a tremendous champion this past year, and just days away from being the longest reigning champion, taking the championship out of her waist, it just makes zero sense to me. It's bad booking by Impact Wrestling. I must say, bad booking.
And I love what our production crew did there for us, announcing the next time that we are back on pay-per-view. January 8th, we're going west out to Texas. It is going to be hard to kill.
January 8th, and the Lone Star State hard to kill. I cannot wait.
Oh boy, the wait is over. It is time to revisit the story of our favorite.
All right, so Texas is in for a treat because this January, Impact Wrestling is going to Texas, and they're bringing to Texas their pay-per-view Hard to Kill, which will be the first pay-per-view of the year 2022, and also the next pay-per-view that we're going to be seeing after tonight. So, January 8th in Texas is going to be Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill pay-per-view, and we're also going to be seeing WrestleMania 38 take place in Texas next year in April. So Texas is in for a treat next year. This was so good. Finally, Mickie James won a world title. Finally, she deserves a title. Maybe I'm being a little biased, but after interviewing Diana, I wanted her to win. But you know what? Every single wrestler that I've ever interviewed, they always go on to lose their matches, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Every single wrestler, maybe with the exception of Bobby Lashley, who actually defeated Goldberg at SummerSlam. I interviewed Bobby Lashley too, so yeah. And Edge lost his WrestleMania match. I interviewed Edge. Rhea Ripley, Drew McIntyre, all these people that I've ever interviewed before their big matches always go on to lose their matches at pay-per-view. I just don't get it why. Maybe I'm just very lucky for them, But they all lose. So I don't understand. I don't understand why. But I really wanted Diana to win, but she lost. And Mickie James is the winner. Should be interesting to see how her title reign is going to be better than Diana's, because I feel like Diana right here, she was an incredible Impact Knockouts champion. Let's see how will Diana, how will Mickie replace Diana as the Impact Knockouts champion if she's able to do a better job. We will see it all take place next week on Thursday at Impact Wrestling. We'll see. But next up is the main event of the night. This one is for the Impact World Championship. This match is no joke. This is Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander. And Christian Cage, we know he's sacrificed so much in his career to get to the point where he is at right now. And same with Josh Alexander. He literally gave up his X Division Championship to face Christian Cage tonight. So, very well deserved. This match is going to be incredible. It's going to be next level. It's going to be something you don't want to miss. this match between Christian Cage and Josh Alexander could be history in the making. It will draw more fans to Impact Wrestling for sure, without a single doubt in my mind. And it's go, AEW fans are going to be watching this match. Impact Wrestling fans are going to be watching this match. But my question in my mind is that is Christian Cage going to lose clean? Would AEW like their superstar to actually lose clean at Impact? I don't know, but I do know that Christian Cage will lose. Josh Alexander will win. Josh Alexander gave up on his X Division title, and I'm pretty sure that he wants another title in his waist. I'm pretty sure his waist kind of feels a bit lonely without any title, So he would want a title. He would want a belt around his waist, as any man would, and he's gonna win. He's gonna do everything and anything he can to win. But will it be an interference? Will it be a clean finish? That has yet to be seen. Just like Wrestling Universe asked earlier, is Braun Strowman going to attack Christian? Let's see what happens. But anything can happen. It's anything goes tonight. We could be in for a big, big surprise. Let's see what happens. And we just saw Josh Alexander's daughter, I believe, standing ringside for her father. And you could see it in her eyes. She was so happy to see her dad out here wrestling for the greatest world championship at Impact. That is the Impact World title. And out comes AEW superstar and Impact Wrestling champion Christian Cage. His tagline is outwork everything and everyone. And that's what Josh Alexander is all about. He's a hard worker. He outworks everybody. And that's why he's out here tonight, wrestling Christian Cage for the Impact Championship. I do hope that Josh wins because I want Impact Wrestling Championship to come back home. And home is Impact Wrestling with an Impact Wrestling superstar. Not an AEW star, but an Impact star. Also, can I just say that this match right here is going to be so important for Impact Wrestling. I'll say it again. I've said it before because AEW fans are watching, Impact fans are watching, possibly WWE fans are watching. Christian Cage is a big name. Josh Alexander is a rising star. This match is incredible. Wow. Brian Hebner is calling the action, a legendary referee as well. RKO's here. Since the working relationship between NWA, TNA, and AEW is ending, Impact did not want Mickie James to go to NWA, so to put the belt on her. That is the only possible explanation. But at what cost? I mean, Deonna Perrazzo has been such an incredible, incredible talent. From a business perspective, it makes sense, but I feel bad for Mickie. They could have just put the digital media championship on Mickie James, and I would have been happy. But I'm pretty sure that Mickie wouldn't have been so much happier about it. So I get it. But of course, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I mean, when business comes in the way, the companies have to do what's right for business, and that is having Mickie James on the roster. And I guess they were able to secure a deal with her and ink a deal with her, and that's why she's a champion. So tonight, Josh Alexander is definitely retaining. I would like to ask this question to all of you. Who is going to win? Do you think it's Josh? Do you think it's Christian? And if it's Josh, how do you think is Christian going to lose? Is it going to be a clean finish? Is it going to be a dirty finish? Is there going to be interference? Disqualification? Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. Let me know, guys.
I don't get very, giddy when it comes to calling matches. It's the match
and the fans are chanting "Bring it home," and that's what I've been saying since the very beginning of this pay-per-view. I want the title to be brought back home because why? It makes no sense to me for the Impact title to be in AEW if it's not being represented well. I see Christian come out to AEW shows without the Impact title as well. I've seen it a couple of times here and there. So I want Josh to bring the title back home. It's a big opportunity. It's a big match, possibly the biggest match in his career. He gave up the X Division title for it. He sacrificed a lot. I feel like he needs it. He needs it more than Christian. Impact needs it more than AEW. They need to bring that title back home. Christian Cage better win. Howling Cannon says Christian Cage better win. Okay, let's see. But again, I'm going to ask you this. If Christian Cage is about to lose tonight, how do you think he's going to lose? Is it going to be clean? Is it going to be dirty? Interference? Disqualification? Let me know. I would like to hear your opinions. So I feel like Christian Cage is going to lose. I think he's going to lose. And I think there will be some kind of an interference. Now, I'm going to put this up here again. Wrestling Universe predicted or asked, or we were wondering that Braun Strowman might actually make his debut and attack Christian. Anything can happen. Braun Strowman appearing tonight will just blow the roof off this place. Anything can happen. But let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback, guys. Now, Josh Alexander really showing Christian what he's made of. Really showing him he can go head-to-head, toe-to-toe against Christian, against Hall of Famers, against legends, veterans of this business. And he's looking so determined, looking like he deserves to be champion. And the former champions we had at Impact Wrestling, somebody like Rich Swann, Josh Alexander is a whole nother level. If we got Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega, but had we gotten something like Josh Alexander versus Kenny Omega, the hype would have been something else. There could have been more reasons for us to tune in because the match could have been more of a draw. It could have been more equal. With Rich Swann, no offense, but he's still as not as good. I'll just be honest, not as good as Kenny Omega is, right? But Josh Alexander can go. I mean, he's determined. He's fresh, athletic, swift, loves wrestling, can do anything to win titles, gave up on his X Division title, can do literally anything to win titles and add to his collection. Wow. Christian Cage really getting punished tonight. Really getting punished. Yep. So just like the commentator says, Christian Cage talks about experience, and experience we know is invaluable. Experience counts a lot. But for Josh Alexander, what he has going is his youth, is his, stamina, is his power, his pure, raw, muscular power. He can go, he can defeat people easily, he can injure them, he can hurt them, and he can still be very, very fast. So that's something that, Josh Alexander can do. I mean, look at him. Every little thing that he's doing is causing a lot of damage to Christian. He's a good technical wrestler. He's scanning his opponent, making sure where to attack. I think he's going for the left arm right now. Okay. A backbreaker. Okay, alright. Going for an early cover there. And a two pin. Okay, a 2 count. Thank you so much, RKO. Thank you for the love. Thank you. And make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate every single subscriber that we get. And, we are the #1 wrestling news source on Instagram, where we have over 60,000 followers. But we're just getting started on YouTube. We're doing watch-alongs. It's been a month or a month and a half. We do watch-alongs for every single wrestling show out there. Let it be Raw, SmackDown, AEW, Dynamite, Rampage, Impact Wrestling, NXT 2.0, NXT UK, ROH, you name it, NWA. We do watch-alongs for every single show. Thank you so much, RKO. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. Christian Cage tosses Josh Alexander out of the ring. And if you're wondering, the tapes that you often see on these arms, of the wrestler, you see it on Cesaro a lot, and you're seeing it with Christian Cage as well, the tape. That is actually known as the kinesio tape. a kinesio tape. That's correct. So what it does is that it helps them soothe the pain that they have in their arm, and it's actually a physical therapy thing. Physical therapy. The physical therapists. There are physical therapists who are licensed to deal in kinesiotherapy. It's a whole other therapy on itself. Kinesiotaping. There are not a lot of physiotherapists in America that are actually licensed to kinesiotape people. So this is not very easy to find. But kinesiotapes are used most prominently in sports and for athletes. It really oozes the pain and helps recover them and tend to the muscle and helps support the muscles when they're being used the most, such as in wrestling matches like this. So kinesiotape it is, if you're wondering. And Christian Cage gesturing that he's retaining the title tonight as he dominates the match right now. Neck breaker from Christian Cage going for the cover. A two fall. But that's not enough, It's easy to get to the two fall, but from the 2 to 3, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. I don't know what he's doing right now, actually. I'm not sure. Christian is going for the neck breaker. It makes sense, considering his finisher, the quid switch. We understand why he's going for the neck breaker. But, wow. He's really going after the neck. All right, Josh Alexander trying to get in control. Now going for the weak arm of Christian Cage. That's where the kinesio tape is located. So we see it right there. Going for that arm. Now Christian Cage with the punch to the gut. And this match is so unpredictable. Yes, we can, if we look at the rumors that they're ending the relationship and whatnot, that Forbidden Door is getting back in place. If we look at those rumors, it makes sense for Christian Cage to drop the title. But how? How does it happen? Is it going to be clean? Is it going to be dirty? That's the biggest question that is in my mind right now. I would not be too surprised, though, if it's a clean finish, because Christian Cage is a veteran, and I'm pretty sure that he would have no problem putting somebody like Josh Alexander over. Josh Alexander is the future of this business. He's determined. He's hardworking. He loves doing what he's doing. And I'm pretty sure that Christian Cage respects him. And for Josh Alexander, it would be such a big moment if he's able to win it clean. It will boost his career to all new heights, to all new levels. Wow. He's dazed. This is indeed a classic fight, as you can hear the commentator said. It is a classic fight. A suplex to the top, to the middle turnbuckle. I'm pretty sure that his neck is hurt. I think he hurt his head as well. That was a hard suplex. Christian definitely took it very hard. That was hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Right to the head of Christian Cage. The lower turnbuckle, actually. That's where his head collided. The door is open for Josh Alexander, says the commentator. The door is open. Talk about the forbidden door, which is soon to be closed, apparently. So the door is definitely open for Josh Alexander right now. Pun intended, I believe, from the commentator as well. All right, Mr. NXT does not feel like Josh Alexander is going to be winning. Surprising, Mr. NXT. If Christian wins, I'll be surprised as well. But let's see. I know that people want Christian Cage to win. Howling just said that he wants Christian Cage to win. You're saying that you feel like he's going to retain. Let's see what happens. Fans in the building are loving it. They're loving what they're seeing. And if Impact is able to keep this up, these kind of matches, these kind of shows, the roster, I'm pretty sure that next year at Bound for Glory, we're gonna be seeing them hold their show at a much bigger arena, maybe something like Daly's Place or something. I'm pretty sure they'll go very, very big in terms of their fan size. Lots of more people are gonna be checking their shows out. I'm pretty sure next week on Thursday itself, they're gonna have a lot of new viewers considering the iconics, the inspiration. Melina, I don't know if she's gonna be appearing, but we're gonna be having Mickie James as a new champion. Next week's show is gonna be something that I would want to tune into. I'm pretty sure a lot of people otherwise would want to tune in as well. What will happen after this match? That's it. This is the final. This is the last match of the night. This is it. I know time flies when you're having a good time, right? But this is it. We have reached the last match of the night. It's been 2 hours, 35 minutes, 37 seconds as we speak right now. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, for subscribing. Every single subscriber counts a lot, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button, for being a part of the Wrestling News family. Once you hit the subscribe button, you are a part of the family. Thank you so much. This match has been so back and forth. And these two, both of them, so athletically gifted, have a similar moveset. They both move alike. Wow. Josh Alexander just proving how his age comes into play here. He's able to build up his stamina quicker, able to gain control quicker, and all of a sudden, and that's why Christian has to be more careful. Josh Alexander is very good at it. He's very good at it, surprising his opponents. He can build up his stamina in no time, really boost his stamina up, and surprise people and take people aback, and just attack like a viper, as quick and vicious as a viper. So. Mr. NXT here. They already had a title change for the women's title. That means we might not get a world title change. I'm trying to think. Could happen. Could happen. But did you watched Crown Jewel? We watched it together, right? So Crown Jewel, every single champion retained, and still, everybody was still champion. So I know what you're saying. It makes sense. But considering Crown Jewel and how that turned out, don't know if. Wow, that was a close one. Josh Alexander was about to win. That was a very close count. That was more than a 2.5. It was more like a 2.75 or 2.9. I don't know. Very close. But Christian Cage, thankfully, maybe not thankfully for me, but thankfully for a lot of people, was able to kick out. I want Josh Alexander to win. I'm definitely rooting for Josh. And Crossface is in, and we know Crossface and the history that it has. We've seen some all-time greats use the submission hold. Now we have the ankle lock set in place. Christian Cage able to reverse it and trying to shove Josh Alexander to the corner. Is he going to be able to do it? And no, not at all. Wow. First we see the crossface. Then we see the ankle lock, and now we're seeing the sharpshooter. I mean, Josh Alexander, this man cannot catch a break. He's hitting Christian Cage with the best moves that he has. It's incredible. But Crown Jewel isn't WrestleMania. I agree with you there. Can't argue with that. It's not WrestleMania. This is WrestleMania. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I mean, crossface, ankle lock, sharpshooter. He's applied all the submission holds. Christian Cage still refuses to give up. He still refuses to surrender his world title. Josh Alexander is just broken right now. He doesn't understand what else does he need to do to defeat Christian Cage. And I asked the same question. What else does Josh Alexander need to do to defeat Christian Cage? And Josh Alexander, it's such a special night for him, such a big night for him. He has his own daughter sitting ringside watching this match with hopeful eyes, hoping that his father actually brings home the Impact World Title. But will her father actually be able to do that? Will he actually bring home the gold? That has yet to be seen. We will see what happens. But so far, Josh Alexander very, very in control, going for the, oh my gosh, he went for the moonsault, and that made all the difference. Christian Cage with the spear. Wow. He went for the moonsault. Christian Cage rolled out of the way. Josh Alexander hit the mat hard. He got up to his feet. Christian Cage with the spear. And 1, 2, and a kick out. He kicked out at 2, which means the match is still going on. I can't believe it. I can't stay on my chair right now because I'm so excited. This match has been so good. Bound for Glory has been such an incredible night, such an incredible event. Anybody who's not watching Bound for Glory, any wrestling fan who's not watching Bound for Glory is missing out big time. Christian Cage with the kill switch.
The apron, duck back exposed again. The crafty, wily veteran.
That is a whiplash effect that may not look like a lot, but it jars your spine. Josh Alexander at the top.
Christian has switched his feet.
Yeah, you see how his feet are laced. His feet are laced right now. That's what you're right. Oh, wait, you're going double top.
Christian Cage is in control now. Another near fall. Wow, another one of these big moves, and Josh Alexander might just as well lose this match. I don't want it to happen. He worked hard to earn this match, and even after he earned the match, he had to give up on his beautiful, his lovely, his beloved Impact X Division Championship. Now that he finally has this match, and he already had the match in control for a good part, for him to lose at this point would be just so disappointing. I hope that Josh Alexander is able to turn the table around, is able to pick up the win. Let's see what happens. But with a very big and hard elbow to the chin of Christian, gosh, Christian Cage just keeps reversing.
Christian's right shoulder into the post. Ankle lock submission here. And Christian is fighting with only one hand.
I don't understand why do they put an ankle lock when the opponent is standing. They're still very much in control. They can turn the tables. Makes no sense. Josh with another ankle lock now. Okay.
Christian Cage has to keep his chest off of the mat. Okay, rope break here. Rope break. No. He doesn't have full control of the ropes. Oh. Josh Alexander goes on. Counter. He held on. Gets into the ring and Josh Alexander sits down. Look what Alexander's doing. Oh. And now Christian can't even use his right arm. He can't pull himself up.
Is it gonna be it? Is Christian Cage actually gonna give up? Christian Cage gave up! Christian Cage gave up! The ankle lock did it! Josh Alexander is the new Impact World Champion. Look at his wife crying happy tears. Look at his daughter right there, so happy. Christian Cage gave up. He lost clean. Josh Alexander made Christian Cage tap out thanks to his ankle lock. And he has won the Impact World Championship. He has brought back the Impact World title back home. Christian Cage has lost the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. It just happened. Christian Cage gave up. He tapped out. And now he's holding the Impact World title. Is he going to be handing it over to Josh? Is this going to be a show of respect? And yes, a show of respect it is. I told you guys that I wouldn't be surprised if Christian Cage loses clean, because he would have no problem passing the torch to a guy as talented and skilled, as hardworking as Josh Alexander is. And Christian Cage realizes it, and he just gave the props to Josh. He leaves the ring, and he lets Josh have his moment, have all of the spotlight. What a moment. What a night. Amazing. That was amazing. Really amazing. Really amazing. Congratulations, Josh Alexander, the new Impact World Champion.
Impact
Amazing. Incredible. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We had a lot of fun covering the show for you. Bound for Glory has been just incredible. Thank you to all for new subscribers who tuned in and were kind enough to hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. It just supports us a lot. So make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We do watch alongs for every single wrestling show out there, every single day of the week. Josh and his wife share a little kiss there. His daughter is right there in the ring with them. They are celebrating the moment. Congratulations, Josh Alexander. So well deserved. You are the new Impact World Champion. So well deserved, sir. So well deserved. Alright, guys, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure. Oh, wait! And just like I thought the night was over, Moose is here. When Josh was celebrating with his family, Moose is here. He's cashing in, and he go, "Oh my gosh, no, what?" I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Moose ruined the night. Josh was right there in the middle of the ring. He was celebrating with his family, with his little kid, with his wife. Moose, absolutely disrespectful. He won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, which basically entitled him to a title match any time of his choosing. He chooses to cash in the same night in front of Josh Alexander's kid and his wife. He cashes in and he steals the title of Josh Alexander and he wins the championship. What a cowardly act by Moose. What an amazing show, and what a terrible way to end it. Moose with a real heel heat, a real life heat. I'm pretty sure Josh Alexander's kid is going to hate him forever. Wow, Moose really dropped the ball there. I mean, everybody was happy. Everybody was celebrating. I was tearing up for Josh Alexander. His kid was there. It was a beautiful moment. And Moose comes up. He cashes in the fact that he won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. He won that match, which entitled him to a title match any time of his choosing. He chooses to cash it in front of Josh's daughter and his wife. And it was just terrible, terrible. Moose is your new Impact World Champion. Guys, if you enjoyed this live stream or watch along, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We do this every single day of the week for every single wrestling show. I was very happy, but I'm quite upset now. Moose has won. Howling says he loves what happened. He loves Moose. Okay, Howling, I get it. But for me, I enjoyed the moment. I was enjoying the happy fairy tale ending to this pay-per-view, but Moose doing what Moose does best. He's ruined it for us. And he's ruined the night for Josh Alexander. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a very fun watch along. Love doing it for you guys. Love the comments, the interactions. Thank you. And we will be back with WWE Monday Night Raw on Monday. Thank you. Have a good night. And I will see you for the next watch along. Thank you so much and take care.